to narrate the way, and the ever-steady Styxboy shall rot away your brain. Bad to the bone, bruise the fur, and pick up for days on days, and the great sound covers Boba Fett that bad writing to slay. We are all damage of damage. We are all damage of damage. We are all damage. The qualified, we are prepared.
Woo! Friday night. Welcome back to the Qualified. I am back. I have power, and Dom's not here. Where in the world is Dom?
He's getting signatures. He's getting signatures. That's what I know.
More Boba signatures?
More Boba signatures.
Where in the world Dom's over? That's great.
He's in Chi-Town getting Morrison's signature. So good for him. He's been tracking that signature for a long time, and he's been traveling.
He's been having his heels for a little while, yeah.
All across these great 50 states. We miss you, Dom. We miss you.
That's some dedication to go con to con, getting signatures of everyone that's ever voiced, played, walked in a room with Boba Fett, or just said Boba Fett.
Yeah.
Yep. Polished his armor.
Also, very, very importantly, happy birthday, Ed.
Happy birthday,
yes, happy birthday, Ed.
Having his birthday today.
So please hit that like button. Hit that like button, because we're gonna have a great show for you guys tonight. We're gonna do some spotlight on some non-expensive keys that you can afford, possibly in a range from $3 to $100, because that seems to be the range. A sweet spot
we went from like
minor keys.
Yeah, I went from around 3 to maybe about 150. There's a range, but but some of the books are going down a little bit and may go down a little bit more. So they might be just ones to keep a lookout for. So
yeah, because with the mutants coming in the MCU in 17 years or so,
strike while the news is quiet. That's the point. You strike while the news is quiet.
Yeah,
not while the news is loud.
So let's say hi to the chat. We got GTQ Comics. Hey, buddy. And LeBeau, what's up, kids? It's my birthday. Happy 57.
Boy.
Happy birthday, Ed.
Damien
has 57.
Oh, shit, buddy. Mama Bear, hello, boys.
Hello, Mama Bear.
I was just singing that. Nice. Three Rivers Comics, Gen X Rules, Ed. Now where's my Walkman? I got a Walkman in my closet. That
I still listen to my music on vinyl, so.
Joe and Bruce, I need my weekly dose of filth.
I will try my best.
I'm a choir boy. I don't believe in that stuff.
I am not a choir boy. I do believe in that stuff.
Canadian survivalist. Hey, buddy. FOMO.
Yeah. So that's why I figured I'd pick some X books, because we're probably going to get a little lull here where we don't get much about the X-Men. And I figured, hey, let's look at a few mutants and some, keys and minor keys and stuff you might be able to pick up on the cheap, or at least keep an eye out for over the next month or so or two.
Yeah, because most of the X-Men you can pick up cheap that appeared in the books over the last 40 years. Excluding Wolverine and the original X-Men. Gambit and
Gambit's still pricey.
Shots.
But there's still some good books out there that are coming back down, and so we'll take a look at a few tonight. It'll be fun.
Brazzers. I don't have a Brazzers account.
Brazzers.
Not on this
Brazzers.
Well, I don't have a Brazzers account on this computer. I mean, I don't have one at all.
All right.
Well, there's some pickups.
Since we're a little early today, let's do a few pickups. Let's see how I got some stuff here.
What do you got?
Speaking of X-Men,
this
is actually the first step for Cuckoos.
The best summers. Go ahead.
Horrible summers, but they're cheap, and I just don't like picking it up.
That's why they're cheap.
And there's the pouch. Look at that pouch, packing heat.
I think that's a penis.
It's something. You know my
Ham
love
and
of Ick,
Swiss.
you know my love of Ickpot.
Yes.
So
What?
Darkstalkers. Ickpot cover.
Yeah.
Darkstalkers 3. 2 of my favorite characters in the game.
Stalking a couple things there. For sure.
Some Reek Darkstalkers. Udon, I stress this a million times. Udon's website is fantastic. If you like Street Fighter and stuff like that, they have some fantastic exclusives on their site. I got some Sanction, nice Pinotion cover.
Nice.
Just goes in my Pinotion pile. I got a couple copies of Ram God because I will take that Stevens by way of Hughes by way of Ram God homage any day.
Mm-hmm.
I got some Kill All the Mortals tail cover, or the regular A cover. Joyless, just a little Scout series. I did grab the Momoko. World Darkness.
Headless Butterfly Girl.
A little more Pinotion. Because, I have my Conan problems.
Conan the Librarian.
We got a little Amanda Connor.
Yeah,
Conan.
going on there.
Always fun.
Florida Man.
Florida Man. A little more Florida Man.
Where's Jedi? Why is Jedi not here? If you're in the chat, you could be on the show.
Yeah, hop in. Let's go.
A little more Florida Man.
Is that
If you want.
Red 5 back there in the tank top?
Yeah. And I did pick up. I've been picking up these whenever they put them out. The big old reprints.
Oh,
EC Archives. Beautiful Hollywood cover there. And I love Jasper Juvenile, even though the way he shipped this, I had some issues with because it just came in a plastic bag with no
a sandwich bag.
But I love Dynamite Diva. It's a great series. If you love underground comics, it's a fantastic series. It's very, very good stuff. It's a lot of fun.
Jedi, we don't care if you have clothes on or not. Just have some underwear on. You can come on stream. I wish I had money Joe spends on comics every week. These you gotta realize Joe's comics are 3-4 weeks behind everyone else's, so he gets them all in one pile.
They are. I have weeks where I get nothing, and I have weeks where a lot of stuff comes in. I've been very reasonable with my purchases. I haven't bought any like big books lately. I just been buying newer stuff that I like.
Yeah. So let's start off with. I want to give this book another try. I picked up another one of these, Wonder Woman 97, to try to get a higher grade than a not. Oh, goddamn green screens.
I don't understand you. You don't have a green screen, but you have a green screen. I don't understand the way that works.
I have a green screen.
There's the green screen.
It shouldn't be on, but here we go. All right. So Wonder Woman 97, DCU. Hopefully I can get this in a 9.4 better. I love this cover.
I love Boland.
Then we got some X Factor. Yes, I picked up X Factor.
Sucker.
Scotty Young.
Sucker again.
Shut up. DC versus Vampires. I love this cover.
I thought that was over. What
World War V. This is the new series.
Oh, dear God.
Yeah.
Wonder Woman's the head vampire, and Damien's trying to defeat her. I also got this cover. I really like this cover.
It's Otto Schmidt.
Yep. Then I got Gotham by Gaslight number 3, Kryptonian Age.
How is that series?
It's good. I like it.
I'm waiting for it to finish up. Then
and of course, I had to get the facsimile of.
Oh, here we go.
Beetlejuice.
That to me, that's kind of like the only Beetlejuice one that I really liked out of the Beetlejuice covers.
Second printing of Hello Darkness number 1. really like this long-haired cover girl in the dark.
Is the next series called My Old Friend?
A little I forgot what it. Oh, this is Harley Quinn. Little Beetlejuice cover. Then we got some Power Fantasy.
Oh, Power Factory.
Power Fantasy. Cover A. Cover B.
That wasn't the cover A. I think that was the secret one because it doesn't have the square. It doesn't have the rectangle trait on it.
Oh. Well, they sent me the wrong one then.
I think they might have. I forget whether that's the secret or the one per store. I don't know. There were so many weird things with that. Yeah.
Midtown made a mistake?
Huh. Well, I mean, figuring they never know how to properly bag something and they put them in backwards and upside down all the time.
So I guess I got the...
I hate it when I get books that are upside
one per store, whatever. Without the box. And then I got the 1 in 10, I guess. And then Werewolf Night.
There he is. There's the man, the legend. Woo! The myth.
You had to put on clothes, guys.
Yeah.
I told you they had to put on clothes. You could just came on with a hat. Werewolf by Night.
Keeping my tattoos a secret from everybody.
Yeah, the red band.
Give it to him, Jedi. Give it to him.
The 1 in 50 or 1 in 25. Darth Vader.
I don't even know.
I stopped even getting Vader books. I stopped getting all the Star Wars shit.
And then I won some books.
Yeah, here we go. one is coming to me.
One of these days, that horseshoe's gonna fall out of your ass.
Boxes.
Amazing Spider-Man #4.
That's the one that I need.
Yes.
I need that one.
Ooh, people were mad when I won this one. They're always mad, actually. And then I won this one also. Too bad Dom's not here because Dom would like this. The second printing. Darth Maul, black, white, and red. Second printing. 1 in 25. Aren't that many on the census of this? Aren't a lot on eBay either.
Marquez.
So that's it. You got anything to show up, Jedi?
Yeah, I'm sorting through some shit.
What you got?
All right, so I picked up this as well.
Oh yeah,
the one per
I got that one as well.
Prison. No, this is the
Mocha.
Mocha. Yeah. Lots of got a lot of vampy stuff. So I got this set. This is not vampy, but it does have the vampy.
I'll take Betty Page. That's fine. Yeah. You're getting the golf clap from me all the way around.
Another vampy. I'm going through these rush because I can't remember half the artists on these things. Another vampy. I do know this is Zerdy. It's the only one I remember. Nice cleavage. Vampy.
Yeah, I mean, if you say Linsner, you're right like 50% of the time, so that's always good.
Vampy. I don't know why I got this. I picked this up somewhere. Vampy.
Nice. That
Vampy.
Most recent series has been putting out some really good covers. The Perillo stuff has been really good.
Cover candy. What else I got? So I picked this up. I went in. So I already had this. So I went ahead and had the opportunity to grab the rest of the set.
There you go. I like the Grim Fairy Tale stuff. All the Star Wars ones are great.
And more vampy. Of course, I had to get all the freaking covers for this bullshit.
Yeah, Dark Reflections one. Yeah.
And then this is the prison. I know I picked up a prison.
Yeah, that's the good one.
Yeah, that's good.
It's a good series. It's a fun read.
I picked this up because I thought maybe I might start reading this thing. It's a Vampy Fundamentals, I think, or the Essentials. Vampy Essentials, the Warren years. Yeah.
That's good because it's the Warren stuff, which is good.
So that's it. I mean, I got other shit, but that'll do it.
That's a good.
That'll do it. I think I did more than Bruce first, so I win.
For the first time ever.
I gotta start. Yeah, you're right about that. I gotta start.
Oh, I got one more. I forgot something. I actually finally got this book. I've been wanting to get this on a 9.8 forever. Finally got it. Green Lantern 38, 36. DCU 9.8.
Nice.
Love this.
Where's Dom today? Is Dom painting somebody's house or something?
He's in Chicago.
Is he trying out?
He got called up to the Cubs this week.
As we said earlier.
Is he auditioning for Storage Wars or something somewhere?
Joe, I'll show off 2 books.
Okay, you got it.
I'll show off 2 books that I got. This one I found in my cleaning boxes this week. I knew Joe would enjoy this one. It was a Wally Wood Heroes Incorporated.
Nice.
Dragonella.
I have a Heroes Inc. book somewhere.
His canon stories are fantastic.
And this one, I went to my doctor's office today, and after which I said, I'll stop at the thrift store.
Did you have to take a shot?
No shots. I don't do shots.
Yeah, penicillin. He had a shot of penicillin.
You always need a good tetanus shot before the thrift store.
Right. So they had a long box of comics and nothing too great, but I did happen to pick this one out. I don't know if you saw it on one of my IGs.
Nice. Is that Crumb?
It's women's Phoebe Gluckner.
Oh, nice. That's awesome.
Figured
nice. I love
underground comic for $1 and worth $30. So
there you go.
Good cover.
I figured why not?
Styx, how you doing on your sales? I pop into Styx's Whatnot sales every once in a while.
I've been doing all right. I need to do better.
Who's your admin? You have an admin. You're big time. You have an admin, dude. I was like,
I'm not an admin. What the hell?
I have a guy that comes into my shows. His handle on there is Lunacy. He's got a little Daffy Duck. He's a good kid. He comes in and he'll talk up my shows a little bit. And
yeah, I was like, damn,
Styx has a fluffer.
Yep.
That's not the first time.
He's got him. You got to have the muscle. You got to have the guy with the wrench that can toss people.
Oh, God.
Styx is gonna piss somebody off.
All right, let's get into this OLI and get this party started.
What? I don't think I'm ready. Oh, it's loud.
Yes.
Welcome to the OLI, the books that were not hot enough to make the top 10, so they are here. First up, we got D23 Expo Wolverine and Donald Duck exclusive comic variant set of 2. 30+ sales, average of $250, a high of $1,200 for the set. And these were given out at the panel.
D23.
The D23 panel. So that was the only way you can get these.
Yeah, I hate Disney covers. So that's how I feel about these.
Yeah.
I don't like them. But these exclusives always do well when they give something out at a panel like this. Yeah. Especially when you have Marvel characters and Disney characters on it or whatever. Yeah. They always seem to do well.
People will give their firstborn child for these covers, these Disney covers for some reason.
No.
Yes. And why wasn't it?
$1,000? 1.2? What?
Yeah.
$1,200 for the set. Somebody was impatient.
People like this stuff, and it tends to be a bit limited. So I don't know. And again, why isn't this on the top 10? Because we don't put exclusives on the top 10. So that's why it is here. This falls
And
into that category. You can't pick this up at your LCS.
Was it a one-off 1,200 purchase? It was the only one that, right?
Yeah, it was the only one that was an outlier. The rest were around 250 for the pair.
I wonder if whoever bought this.
Somebody had to clean some money.
Yeah.
Whoever bought this, I wonder if they bought it. I wonder if they're more into Disney or comics.
Probably Disney.
I think so. I think
Disney-ania people are
flippers.
They are, but it's just weird to me because like you're really into Disney. Do you really want Marvel characters on it? And if you're really into Marvel characters, do you really want Disney characters?
Well, now you do. I guess.
I guess you could kind of say that they're Disney characters because they own them.
They are.
But yeah, it's a fine line. I mean, I don't know if I'd want a comic where we're saying, well, welcome, Donald. You got 10 more years, so you're free for use.
Yeah.
Oh.
Styx is making a lot of sense today.
Good old free use, Donald.
Thanks, Jedi. Appreciate that.
It's a first for everything.
It's a bad omen.
No, I'll take it.
There's a blue moon coming next week, so
Super Moon.
Yep. So, next up, new X-Men 114, the worst cover ever for an X-Men book. Around 20+ sales, average of $20 to $25. And this is back on the OLI because they are using the costumes, uniform spec. They're using the uniforms for season 2 of X-Men 98, 97, whatever it's going to be called.
Yeah,
that's shitty spec. Yes,
it's
the shittiest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah,
this looks like something I would do to a T-shirt when I was a kid because I wanted to like play X-Men or something.
Those are puffer jackets.
Those are dog crap, is what they are.
The LL Bean branded.
I mean, the series got a little heat from the Cassandra Nova stuff, and then you got the outfits, and so it was fun. Quietly is fun.
If you want to spec on someone's first appearance or first fight against someone, whatever. But if you're going to start specking against jackets and what's next, shoes and
hey, people are paying $65 for Wolverine on a cross because it showed up in a movie. So,
it's funny because
that's a good story, I guess.
It's funny before this whole backhead about the uniforms being used for season 2. Last week I had just found a 9.4 newsstand of this for like $50. So
New X-Men has been sitting in boxes for a long time. All of these. So.
Passed over many a time.
Yeah, trying to find those newsstands in this whole run is hard, very hard.
I mean, even on this cover, Cyclops looks like a Harryhausen Cyclops.
Well, he always looks like a dipshit, so it's
yeah. Sometimes I feel like people that buy this stuff. Sometimes I feel like I'm just too smart to be in this hobby. That's
but it's the X-Men. People will buy anything.
That's true.
Like I said, you got some interesting stuff that goes through there, and Morrison takes things where other people won't take it. So it's
I will say this: people bought the whole Krakoa thing. I don't know how people read that. That was just, but
whole thing.
X-Men fans, just like Spider-Man fans, crappiest stories, but they'll still
eat whatever
buy
shit's fed to you.
Yes. Thank you, man. Have some more. All right. Next up,
Please.
Justice League number 7 from 2012. 20+ sales, selling around cover price. A high hit CGC 98 of $75. This is on the list because James Gunn posted a symbol for Argus, and this is Argus's first appearance. Argus will be featured in season 2 of Peacemaker. Greatest TV show ever.
Argus is a group, right? Not just a person.
I got a question about this.
Go ahead.
Who the hell's Argus?
It's a
group. Styx kind of
government group.
Yeah,
they're government group.
They're kind of like not like Star Labs, but that kind of idea.
Like They watch superheroes, right? Metahumans.
Yeah.
Oh, they're watchers. Okay.
Yeah. Try to keep them in line.
Yeah, watchdog group.
Yeah, you can find this. You can find this book in back bins for like $1, $2. If you're lucky.
25 cents.
It is a good cover though. Is that
Yeah,
top?
it's a good cover.
I don't like the top part. What they did there, they should have.
Yeah, I hate it when they throw stuff.
That
Like that.
Slice logo is not good.
I hated that freaking Justice League logo. Hated that logo so much.
I didn't mind it. Mainly because they would script the dark over it for Justice League Dark, and I was okay with that.
August is like Shield. There you go. Correct.
And,
Thank you,
everyone
Mom.
has to kind of have their own thing in DC versus Marvel.
Hey, well, Cosmic, you're right. Grant Morrison is one of the top writers our generation was. But next up,
And he had a nice cameo in Flash.
Future Foundation #1. 40 plus sales, average of $10. High CGC 9.8 of 125. This is on the list because Future Foundation
White dog shit
2
Spider-Man.
will be in Neighborhood Spider-Man animated show now.
So they took Marvel Spider-Man and I don't know who is this. Like, is this Fantastic Four?
Yeah,
Fantastic Four.
They put them in. They put them in stormtrooper uniforms.
Yeah, this is after Johnny Storm died.
Yeah.
He deserved it. He talked too much shit.
Hey, Dub. Good evening, gents. I
Dub.
appreciate this show for speaking the truth about X-Men. That's what we do here.
I love old X-Men stuff, and I like stories every now and then, but
I don't know what he means by that. Does
haven't been able to get aboard it lately.
Listen, I will say this. I loved X-Men up until the point they went through the Siege Peril. And it was so crappy for like 20, 30 issues. I was like, it was so bad. I don't know what they were thinking. And people love that cover with Wolverine on the cross. Yes, that is part of that run. I still hated it. Thank you.
Yeah,
That's the one bright spot in that run.
I need less X titles.
I guess.
It's just too many titles. They're like, hey, we're gonna pare everything down. We're gonna kill the Krakoa stuff off, and we're gonna reboot. But instead of just rebooting with a couple titles, like, and now here's 10 titles that we're gonna throw out on time. It kind of sucks. Here's an X-Force team that nobody cared about. Yeah, old white dog shit Spider-Man is catching a little bit heat, not much, but the book's moving around. There's a handful of different covers on this as well.
Yep. So you can pick this up in the back bins. $1, quarter, just Styx.
Kill or be killed. You ever read that? I like that.
Hey, Kings, what's going on, buddy? He's a watcher of the show. He knows us very well. Next up, Legend of Zelda #1, handful of sales. A CGC 9.6 hit a high of $380. This is because casting news of Legend of Zelda the live action, I believe, movement on this project. But I don't care about Legend of Zelda. I don't care about Links. I don't care about the princess. I will not be watching this.
Well, excuse me, princess.
Well, I want to watch live action of characters walking around cutting grass looking for stones. That's all you freaking do in that game. I hate that.
The Triforce. What a win. God. Zelda 380 seems like a good deal.
I can remember when I was...
Yeah, because these books are pretty beat up, too.
When I was in college and, like, dollar stores started to become a big thing, they had 3-packs of these in the dollar bins.
Really? How many did you get?
I got 1 pack.
That's it?
That's all I got at that time.
Do you still have it?
I still have it. I wish I had bought them all.
I'll send you my address.
Let's say you great if a 9.6 is selling for just under 400, a 9.8 if it got to be like what $700-800.
Oh, I'll check. Why?
Should be. But
if they put it in those plastic wraps, like if they put it in the plastic wrapping, like Styx was saying, you might not have a lot.
Oh, mine's not in the plastic wrap anymore.
Yeah, you took it out, right?
I
Yeah.
took
I'm
mine
glad,
out.
I'm glad you took it out.
I read my books. At least then I did. I do have some still in the plastic. But
Well, okay,
not this.
Styx like I read my books. Sorry.
I didn't have them at the time, so I wanted to read them.
9/8 for the last has a year average of $1,163.
Wow, really?
90-day average 1,000, and it reached a high of what's the high? Back in February of 2022, a 9/8 cost someone $2,494.
Wow.
How many 9/8s are on the census? Thank you for the little tidbit there, Frankie.
We have 537 graded.
That's pretty good.
And we have
print run.
150 that are 9/8, 146.
Wow.
Blue label.
I'm surprised.
And 4 signed.
I am too. I'm surprised.
Signed by who?
I don't know. Wait.
These are
Who's the cover by?
Pretty beat up.
The cover is.
They're coming, Kings. They're coming. We got to get
Janet,
bullshit.
Janet Jackson.
There's
I don't
some,
know.
there's some boobs. There's
Janet
some butt.
Jackson.
There's some butt for you.
Janet Jackson. I think it's. Hold on. Let me look.
What Janet? Janet
Make me
Jackson.
do.
That's Miss Jackson. If you're nasty.
No, that's one of the interior artists. Rodney Ramos did the cover art.
There's some titties
Oh,
for you.
Ramos.
This cover reminds me of Saturday morning cartoons, so that's what
Yeah.
I like the cover.
There's also a second print that's going. You can get for a 9/8. You can get less than $500.
Yes, as Frankie noted, the sword is behind the trade dress on the second print.
Yes.
Good to know. I'll have to dig
I
that
tell
up.
you the story about my son. I was asking my son because I don't play video games much. My son's like, I asked my son, what video game can I play where I don't like have to fight a bunch of people because I just don't have the dexterity and shit. He goes, play Zelda. I'm like, all right. So I started playing that shit. All you do is walk around cutting grass and looking for rocks and coins. It's like this is like I know I'm old, but I can like, do more than that.
I don't have the dexterity for shooting games anymore.
Yeah.
The only thing I can play is like sports games. That's the only thing that keeps my interest, and I don't even do that anymore.
Try games like Animal Crossing where you just go around talking to people and collecting coins. Yeah.
Play games like Styx does, where Styx just chops wood for freaking 2 hours.
Building up my mats, everybody.
Come to my YouTube channel. Watch me chop wood for 2 hours.
You can come to my house and chop real wood for free.
I'm gonna have to jump on with Styx and play some Fortnite. Max is trying to get me to play Fortnite now.
I wouldn't even know what to do.
Told him to add me.
Oh, really?
I'll have to go in and add him. Figure out what his name is.
Hey, Artrell. Welcome. Who else did I miss? Frankie Gonzalez. I don't even see Terry on the list. See Terry?
Terry was here.
Oh, I didn't see it.
He gave me a big spoon when he came in.
Oh, I didn't even see it. But I don't know. You could play some. There's a lot of games where you could do some farming. You could. There's a job simulator where you sit at a desk.
I just don't understand. You go do real work and get paid for it.
If you got to play Goat Simulator, then you ever play
Goat Simulator is funny.
That is the funniest thing I ever saw.
I don't know how you people have so
walking
much
around as a goat, just beating your head against stuff.
You know, they have games where you can dating simulations where you meet girls, go out on dates. It's not cheating.
I can't play it. I play dominoes on my phone. That's about the only game I play. Boring.
Playing Mancala.
Window watching Sims. I even saw a game where the object of the game is to have sex with a chair, and it's on Steam.
You can find anything on Steam.
Yeah, Steam has everything. But if you want,
your search history must just be just something.
I'll show you after the show.
Turn that kitchen chair into a captain's chair.
You might want to have some bleach handy to wash your eyes out.
Swish it around a little bit too.
But if you want to hear more about Outside Looking In, the books on Outside Looking In, head over to CBSI.com. Check out Pete's write-up, and you can check out the CBSI Hot 10 that was at 9 o'clock. If you missed it, go back and watch it. We had a lot of fun this week on the show. All I have to say, there was an appearance of the first facial.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
That's all.
I gotta watch it now. I don't even know what that.
I don't want to know what that means.
It wasn't me.
I know I'm gonna regret it, but I kind of feel like I got to see it.
It was the Deep V guy.
It was in Marco English.
Oh, God.
Yes.
You know how that
Maybe
goes.
we have different definitions of facial. I don't know. Well, I'll let you know.
He tried to clean it up.
Hold the
So-
pause to the end.
Continuing with our own magazine covers for this week.
Ah,
Little with a little nice Mark Brooks art from the SDCC exclusive that he had out there.
nice.
It just seemed to fit appropriately for the week.
And only 69 cents.
Yep.
Nice.
For the now and later this week, if you hop on Boom Studios, you can still get it. There's the limited edition. Bengal did
They sure do.
an Akira homage for Sir, which is a new Boom book that's out. So if you like motorcycle jousting, it's quite an interesting book. So finally, there's
Huh.
an Akira homage where a motorcycle makes sense. So
I was gonna say these Akira homages are
Yeah.
ramping up.
They're becoming the
Yeah.
new ASM 300s.
I'm trying to remember what this one was limited to, whether it was limited to 250 or whatever, but you can get it at cost off of Boom's site. Boom is pretty good about that. I just like I love Udon, go to Boom and check what they have if you're looking for ratios sometimes from Boom, or they do these Boom reserves where they only sell them off of Boom's site. And they're actually pretty reasonable, and they put them on sale a lot.
I've noticed a lot of publishers are starting to do that. Like Mad Cave started to do that. They have an online exclusive.
Yeah, I thought PP Poo Poo had come out already as well, but it didn't. It actually
Why
comes
do you
out
do
this
that?
week?
Why do you do that, Joe?
Because it is an Eisner Award winning.
No, I mean you put it at the very last comic on the screen, so I don't even pay attention to what you're saying about the other two because I just can't get past this comic at the end. There's so much going on in that freaking comic. It's just blowing. All right.
I like old school underground comic stuff, and this is right up that alley. So
I'm not into PP and poo poo. So
and again, this is Caroline Cash won an Eisner for this. So
I don't know what the story's about with PP Poo Poo, but
you have to just dig right in. And I will continually keep putting Into the Unbeing covers on here because they are all insanely amazing. They normally only just do an A and a B, but both covers are fantastic. If you like good horror covers that are just really detailed, but not so detailed that everything gets lost in the mix, these have been really, really fantastic. So it's a nice little series from Dark Horse. I would suggest picking it up. It's fun.
Yeah.
that PP. I got more to say about PP Poo Poo. No, I mean this reminds me. What was that movie that just came out, Part 2, where you got the emotions inside the girl's head, taking her through adolescence and stuff? Styx,
Oh,
Yeah.
That Disney movie.
Yeah, the Disney movie. And here you got these things living in this dude's head. It's just like, fuck it, this is let him get high. It's just like just get
Inside Out. That's what it was.
Inside Out. Yeah. This guy's got some bad stuff in his head going on. They're like, yeah, just let him smoke a joint. Just let him do it.
Been a long day.
Again, it's one of those things that I thought it had been out,
Might be.
but apparently it wasn't. And so apparently it gets released this week. Again, it's one of those, it's a book that won some awards. So, yeah.
I heard that those Inside Out movies make grown men cry. That's what I've heard. I have not watched them yet. Is that true, Styx?
I haven't seen it, but I heard it's an emotional ride.
I refuse
for the audience. So, yeah.
I have been told that the tears are signs of weakness.
Bruce, we should do a live screening of Inside Out and just see who cries.
Flash is alive.
Watch along.
My money's on Dom. I bet Dom cries.
I think so too, because I think I was the only one in my theater that did not cry during Godzilla -1.
Dom, maybe Dom might not ever went through puberty. I don't know.
So in the future, I threw in 2 slides this week because there are a handful of books that I kind of liked. I did like this in Huckley Cuckoo's variant. The Cuckoos don't get a lot of covers, so I like Step for Cuckoos. So
my enemies consume my tears, Joe.
A sign of weakness.
Drink the blood.
So yeah, it's a good in Huckley cover. This NYX book hasn't been the best, but I will pick it up just for a Cuckoo's cover. Also, the Poison Ivy Swamp Thing crossover that's coming, Feral Trees. There's a beautiful Clayton Crane cover there.
Have they done a crossover
Swamp Thing
with
covers? I thought they have had a crossover before. Yeah. I don't know if it was in a series or whether it was just they showed up together in books, but I thought they had a crossover series.
It just seems like the right combo for a book.
Yeah. But it's a nice Ivy cover and it's a nice Swamp Thing cover. So it's a little twofer, which is nice.
They made it look a little hulkish, but still good.
Another new series from Distillery. Distillery always has some pretty cool covers. Come Find Me, an autumnal offering, #1, the Hamlet Machine variant. It's just a good creepy horror cover where he also got some titties on it. So
it's a good cover. You know what? I think I need help, man, because
I've been saying that for years.
I'm starting to believe it. I might need a referral to a good physician. So, you know how like how your mind works, you look at clouds and your mind like wants to make an image out of the cloud. That's just the way your mind works, right? It sees stuff and it tries to like rationalize it. When I looked at this, for some reason, to me, it looked like a hand was coming out of the ground and grabbing this girl's boobie. That's what it looked like to me.
Oh, okay.
Am I the only one that sees that?
I kind of can see that now if I step back and look at it quickly.
Yeah.
We do.
I don't know. I dig these Distillery books a lot. Granted, it pisses me off because I have to buy magazine-sized bags and fit them in different places. But they do have top-notch talent on a lot of this stuff. I think Becky Cloonan's doing this one.
So this book.
Go ahead. I was just wondering, do you think Distillery's ever gonna like? Okay, it was a good experiment, but let's go to regular
floppies
comics.
It would be nice. I mean, they seem to do pretty well with the stuff they're putting out. They have some momentum behind them, so it should last for a while. But I would like. I mean, granted, the stock on it is nice. They're well put together books. But yeah, I'm running out of places to keep stuff this size, and I refuse to buy boxes for things this size.
Yeah.
So, and also coming up, I love this Sweetie Candy Vigilante, the cover C. You gotta
find this stuff.
The Swedish. I buy a lot of candy. Sweetie Candy Vigilante is a great series.
And
they have a lot of really cool artists that pop in and do.
You can't find this kind of stuff, Bruce. You have to get on an algorithm that just feeds it to you.
Yes.
I'm convinced that I don't think you can find this stuff.
Oh no, I search through everything that's coming out that they will show covers for up until right now, November. and I go through every single book to find these things.
Yes, you thought my search history was bad. Joe's is probably 10 times worse than mine.
I'm just looking at previews.
He's on a watch list or two.
But
yes,
Sweetie Kitty Vigilante it's a Dynamite book, so you can get various versions of this and at whatever price point you're looking for. But I like the Swedish fish piranha Swedish fish. And you're getting a Copper Tone homage as well, so it's just it hits on a lot of feels.
Yeah.
So for anybody wondering, Joe's search terms are smut, boobs, and toes.
Very aggressive.
What a coincidence, Joe. Those are my search.
So
and she got a peppermint surfboard too. Yeah, a lot of okay, yeah. I'm digging it.
Yeah, they always pull a couple artists in.
Swedish.
I think Joe Chiodo done a cover for them. They've had a handful of artists that I really like that pop in and do covers for this, even though it's a Dynamite book. So take that as you will.
Don't encourage him.
It's like I said, you pre-order these things now. If you just like the trade dress, you can get this for $297 or $279 with the discount if you pre-order the stuff. So you can get this stuff cheap. I know I frequently have stacks of books, but I order my stuff months in advance. If you missed out on the Souza Micah SDCC Baroness cover, G.I. Joe #1 does have a Souza Micah variant, so you can get your Souza Micah Baroness fix if you missed out on that hot SDCC cover of Baroness. So I had to throw that in there because that Baroness cover at SDCC was gorgeous. This is nice. A little more clothing than I find appropriate, but yeah, you get what you get.
Can you imagine the follow request that Joe gets on IG?
Oh, please.
It's gotta be insane.
It's all just women asking me to join their OnlyFans.
Yeah. Do I know you? Nope.
It's like 75% of my followers.
For just $10 a month, you can see my toes.
This is why I don't click on Dom's reels. Those are dangerous. Those will put you on the FBI watch list.
Let the algorithm take you where the algorithm will take you.
Mm-hmm.
Last up on the list, couldn't show the whole cover because the whole cover has not been reeled, but Suspiria, who I love very much, has a cover for Penthouse 4. This is the 1 in 10. So you get the joy of the not safe cover. You get Suspiria, who's a great artist, and it's a ratio. So it's good stuff. Penthouse has been banging out some amazing covers on their work, and the inside stuff is a lot of fun as well. So go Penthouse. That's what we got for this week.
Nice. What do you got, Styx? This Styx? No.
I did have a couple pulps. Just to point out that if you like pulps, the graded pulps have been reasonable lately. You can find, if you're into really cool sci-fi and some of this older stuff and are maybe looking for some slabs, maybe dip your toe into pulps. Heritage, the stuff on Heritage has been very reasonable lately.
It's all about toes.
It's all about toes.
So we had a Planet Stories. Again, same. If you like Planet Comics, Planet Stories is also a Fiction House title. They were out at the same time. So you get some of the great. Yeah, you get the stuff that's in here.
Racketeer.
And the writers that are in here. It's worth it just to preserve that part of history.
Yeah.
Like early Ray Bradbury stuff, Asimov, all that kind of stuff. Is fantastic. So this was good Planet Comics. 5.5 for 139 is not bad at all. Someday I will actually have a copy of Bookery's Guide to Pulps, 2nd edition, which my God, if anybody out there, I'm sending out an SOS. If anybody out there knows anyone that has a copy, that is willing to sell it for a reasonable price, because the only price I can find that guide for is $700, and that's the only copy I can find out there.
He will trade favors for that book.
There's also a fantastic intro by Steranko in that book as well. So it's just like it's good stuff. But man,
who is the publisher?
It's Bookery's Guide to. I'm not sure whether Bookery is the publisher or it's just Bookery's Guide to Pulps. But there's only 2 editions of this damn thing. You can't find the first edition anywhere. The second edition, again, I found 1 copy and they wanted $700 for it. I cannot find another copy anywhere.
Wow.
Are you buying graded copies of these, Joe?
I have not bought any slabs yet, mainly because my timing with Heritage Auctions is always off. By the time I'm like, oh shit, I need to go check the Heritage Auctions, it's already
over by an hour.
It's already like Monday, because they do the Sunday through Wednesday auctions, and but they do it by age.
I don't know if you mentioned it. So Planet Stories, is that the same? Who does? Is that like the same?
It's Fiction House. It's the same as,
do they do Planet Comics?
Yeah, it's the same publisher that does Planet Comics. So because
you won't Planet Comics, you won't find a Planet Comics from 1950 for $105.5 for $139.
No, and some of the art, I mean, and granted, you don't have the comic type art inside because it's all, it's all just pulp, it's all stories. But the cover art on these is fantastic. I got about 15 or so floating around here that aren't graded of the Planet Story stuff. Just because, again, the art is fantastic. If you love Planet Comics and love that cool sci-fi stuff, you can find just amazing covers. But again, these have come down a bit in price. Same with the next one. You have Thrilling Wonder Stories. Great old sci-fi covers. There's a goddamn Arthur C. Clarke story in there.
Styx got excited. He's mumbling under his breath.
Is it Coffins to Mars?
So, I mean, there's really good stories. There's really great stuff in there. This is a 4.5. Went for $89. So, I mean, if you want to dip your toe into graded pulps, there are some.
It seems like now's the time. I mean, it seems like now's the time to do it if these things are gonna, because, I mean, like we just said, I'm repeating myself. There's no way in hell you find a 4.5 Golden Age comic.
Added to the pulps, and like I said,
less than $100.
I got mine. When mine come in the mail,
no.
I buy them raw when they come, and it's not like comics. The people that send this shit to you aren't always necessarily comic collectors or understand preservation. So a lot of times you're taking out of a bag. It's coming out with like chips of confetti coming out with it half the time.
Chips of confetti.
I mean, they're called pulps because the paper was so shitty. That's why they're called pulps. So the paper quality, and it's all off-cut paper a lot of times too. It's not clean cut. So
I would love to see how they grade these things. How much of the book falls apart when they count the pages.
Yeah. I wonder if there's
they just dropped the grade.
You probably do damage while you're grading it. I know a guy that owns a box of like Western, like pulpy
the Argosies
stuff, and he won't actually owns a couple of boxes. He won't even open the boxes. He's like, I can't open the boxes; they'll fall apart. I was like, so what? You have like Schrodinger's cat in this fucking thing? You can't like open it. You don't know what's going on in there. It's just you're never gonna see it.
What was the name of the book you were looking for, Joe?
Which one?
Planet Stories #1, Volume 1.
No, I'm looking for Bookery's Guide to Pulps.
Oh, okay.
Bookery's Guide to Pulps is basically your Overstreet for pulps.
Okay.
So it has that same type of information in it because pulps are crazy. You'll find like 40 things that sound like Thrilling Wonder Stories or Spicy Detective Tales, Spicy Detective Stories, you'll get like 7 titles that all sound the same. Most of the art isn't signed, so
I don't think I can see that.
It helps to have something like there it is.
I was looking on eBay at some of these pulps, and there's a Planet Stories #1 from 1939 from a pedigree 6.5. Somebody's asking $3,900 for it.
And that's
Jeez.
fair for that grade. And again, we're finally getting census stuff. So when you're getting a lot of these, it's like, okay, there's 145 and there's 3 that are higher than that.
Mm-hmm.
So because people are just grading these now and there's not a huge census, if you have some that you can score in a decent condition, there's a chance you might be able to be first to market at the highest grade, which should command somewhat of a premium. But I don't know. It's a weird market. It popped off real fast. I'm seeing less and less on Heritage of raw pulps being sold, and a lot more of the graded pulps. But again, there were some on there that went for like $39, $50 that were slabbed. So it's a Bookery's. It came out. The second edition. I'm trying to remember when it came out. It was like
2020
years ago. No, was that long ago?
Yeah, 2020.
Yeah. No.
So I see the one that you said that was 700. There's another one on eBay right now for 500.
Yeah, they're ridiculous, and
there's
they don't
There's
come up often.
a couple off-brand ones. Adventure House Pulps, Guide to Pulps.
Yeah, the Bookery is the way to go. It's like
then there was one that's
it is the true encyclopedia.
50 years of American pop culture, 50 years of pulps. Yeah.
And I really just want that second edition also for the Steranko introduction as well.
Introduction, sure.
Yeah. So there's your pulp news this week. So if you're looking to dip your toes into some pulp stuff, there seems to be some softness in the market right now. So might be able to pick up some slabs of some really cool art.
My comic shop is selling pulps now.
Oh yeah, I buy pulps from my.
Holy crap! I didn't know they were selling pulps.
Oh yeah,
it's not bad.
You can find some good stuff. They don't ship. They don't ship. The way again, they're the way they're bound and how thick they are. It's weird how people ship them sometimes. So, buyer beware.
Don't mind me. I drink a lot. BK is here. He must have smelled Marco.
Hey, BK. So that's not a comic sale of the week. I'm sure you see Pete drinking out of his Star Wars McDonald's glass all the time. So I decided to just do some of the collector glasses because why not? First up on the list, there was a nice 1983 set of Masters of the Universe drinking glasses. So you got Tila, He-Man, Skeletor, and Man-at-Arms. Pretty nice glasses. Went for $355. Best offer was accepted on that, so it's probably a little less than $355, but hey, that's what somebody had them up there for. Like I said, you go into mom's attic and some of this shit's still laying around somewhere.
Yep.
And this stuff like this is prime garage sale, flea market type stuff that you could find.
Yep.
Next up on the list, just because I love these things, I think they're fucking hilarious, is the sip and strips. So these are the drinking glasses where if you put in the cold liquid, the bathing suit goes away. I thought that was pretty awesome.
What sorcery is this?
And it was a set of 6, which was also pretty nice. I would have shown larger pictures, but I probably would have got flagged for the heavy 70s bush because you can see it through those white swimsuits. But these I always thought these things were cool as a kid. Anything where you put a hot liquid in or a cold liquid in and it changed stuff on the cup, I always thought was cool. And what's cooler to disappear than clothes? So. $200 wasn't bad for this, and they were still in the box. They were new. They were nice.
You would find the only perverted glass set ever made.
Yes, I'm good.
Joe is a connoisseur of all things.
You are correct. You are correct.
That's
I'm a sommelier of smut.
I can imagine walking into like one of the, I don't even know if they still have them anymore. The internet might have bid them in, but you walk into like an adult bookstore or video store. Joe looks like the kind of guy that would probably be sitting behind the cash register.
What you looking for? Oh man. So yeah, always good stuff. Always good stuff.
These things, these glasses though, because and I can't speak for the glasses in the middle, but those glasses, like the kind you used to get at Burger King and stuff, I've thought about trying to get them again. Of course, where I live, it would be hard to get them shipped here. I'm always nervous because those things are fragile. You can kind of see it in that Smurf set. That's not thick glass at all. Those things.
No, it's not.
No,
they take a little pop in the wrong side. I mean, because I had the full. When I was young, I had the full set of the Star Wars ones. I guess it was the Empire Strikes Back set. And over the years, and my family, we used them. You know, they were used, so they got broken over the years.
You get broken, and the paint or whatever chips away at them over time. Whereas
I was really amazed. I still have one of the Smurf ones. That is the third set there. But that set of 13 of the Smurf ones went for 119. I still have one of those that still isn't broken, and I still have one of McDonald's did Super Bowl ones for the Steelers back in the day. And I don't know if they did them regionally for other teams when they won as well, but it was it was the late 70s. So you had it would have 3 of the Steelers. It would have the score of the game. It would have some of the.
I have the Looney Tune ones, the PepsiCo. Carol's Looney Tune glasses, like Daffy Duck,
hand washing is best. But the ones that I found the most of, I didn't put them on the list because I wanted more interesting ones. But the ones that I found the most of that are available that actually go for about $200 is the set of the Care Bears ones.
I actually have that set.
Yeah, I think it was Pizza Hut.
Hut.
But like I said, these are like weird things. These are great garage sale finds because people are just clearing stuff out and they don't know what they really have.
Do fast food? Do they still do this? I haven't seen it do it around here.
They do tumblers now, like the plastic ones. Not glasses.
Can't get a hamburger for less than $10. They're not giving me glass.
Actually, McDonald's has the adult Happy Meals now. They have the glass.
What's in those? What kind of toys are in the adult Happy Meals?
Well, they have glasses in there now that I remembered to celebrate.
Right over Styx's head. He's just like,
hamburger shaped. I can't even say the word.
The last time I remember Burger King doing a glass was they did when they first did when Star Trek when they first started remaking the first Star Trek movie.
The motion picture.
No, not the Shatner ones. The ones that came out. What's his name? The Abrams ones. The JJ
Generations.
Abrams ones.
Okay.
Burger King did a set of glasses, and I bought them. I gave them to my brother, but that's the last time I can remember a restaurant doing that.
Mm-hmm.
But they were. It was something decent. If you got it from a Pizza Hut or a McDonald's, it was something decent. It wasn't an absolute piece of shit like this now.
Joe's house, his mom was like, "Go get the fancy, fancy glasses."
Yeah.
I'm breaking out the Empire Strikes Back.
You got something coming over.
Yeah.
Yeah. Always. I had the Dagobah one with Yoda and Luke, and I had the Lando one as well, which I always loved.
Styx was so poor. He had that's not butter salad bowls.
Eating breakfast out of a country crock container.
Oh God.
Cool Whip, actually.
Country crock cereal bowls.
Oh yeah.
Cool Whip.
Yeah.
Cool Whip. Yeah, that's a better one. Yeah, Cool Whip.
I wish there were more nude ones, but there weren't. Or I probably would have put them up. But while looking through these, I had to pull those up because you not only got the novelty of a glass, you got the added novelty of the swimsuits coming off.
Yeah.
So
the ones that are things that are also good are the novelty pens where you put them upside down.
No, I have. Let's see. I'll grab mine. I think I have it up here.
Of course you have them. I wonder if you take a black light to his room. All over the comics.
Like a Rorschach.
You'll get your novelty pen here.
Jackson Pollock, as you were.
Let's see. Let's see if I can. Oh, there it goes. There goes the swimsuit.
Yeah, well, we're demonetized now.
Yeah, no, it's just a butt.
Thanks a lot, Joe.
Yes, this was a Frank Cho.
Oh, Frank Cho, yeah.
So that's Brandy from Liberty Meadows.
I thought it was.
Yeah.
See, check the ball.
Yeah, this was one of my great things. I actually got this from Frank, so I was very happy to get that.
No, Bruce is excited about something. What are you doing over there? Calm down. Freaking me
I'll tell you later.
Hands on screen. Hands on screen. All right. Styx didn't give us a game this week.
No
Styx
game
gave
this
us something a little different this week. So
You didn't have anything to
Jedi is
disappoint
going
us?
to appreciate this because he's already kind of mentioned it already in his little time that he's been here today. So, the new Fortnite season came out, and I thought I'd go over some of the skins that they dropped for the Battle Pass this week.
Fortnite.
Yep, it's a whole Marvel themed season this year. So, and they got
Wolverine banana. What the fuck is
oh yeah. We'll get to it.
Wolverine.
Yeah. So, Doom is in Fortnite.
Please tell me that's not real. Oh
It
my
is
God.
real.
And yes, the first one up is Pulverine. The one here on the left is the Lego version, and then you got your regular version in the middle. And then they gave him a little emoticon there, you know, like the little meme, him looking at the banana. Oh, I thought that was kind of.
Does Pulverine have any basis in anything?
No, it's the character. It's a character in.
No, Peel is one of the Fortnite characters, and they
Okay,
just put him
there
in a
we go.
Wolverine.
I am a not smart person when it comes to Fortnite. I know
Oh,
zero.
You're
I know less
just not
than
in the know.
zero about it.
Wear that as a badge of honor, Joe. Don't feel bad about it.
All right, up next they got Gwenpool.
Watch your pig.
But then you got Pigpool over there. That's a little emoticon for her.
Yeah, it's better than anything Marvel's done with it recently.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't know if that was something that was in the comics or not. I hadn't seen that before. It's not like them to.
I don't think I've ever read a single story with
Maybe not.
Gwenpool in it.
I have. It's not.
West Coast Avengers run was
I had the holiday special for her, and it was all right. So.
I thought it was a character from Invincible.
Yeah. And then they also have a mod where you can unmask her, so she's in her civvies here, and then the dark pool.
That's good for all the Gwenpool fans.
And like I said, Dr. Doom, a new skin for Dr. Doom. They had one a couple years back. This is new with a new armor.
I don't know how you could play with anyone but Doom if you have the option to be Doom.
Yeah, they do.
These skins really don't impact the
No.
the
Exactly.
game.
So why would you want to be anything except Doom?
Because dudes, I think I read this somewhere. Dudes always want to be a female character.
Yes.
No. I've been playing
read
as
that
I've been playing as Terminator recently. So
The female Terminator.
no, not. They only have Sarah Connor anyway. So, and then they have Captain Jonesy, kind of their take on Captain America. Jonesy is their own character. They have I didn't put it in here, but they have where you can get the shield as a weapon, so you can throw it around and kill people with it. So, and
So
then
you can have the regular version and the Lego version. So,
No.
yeah. So there's a mod in the game where you can
There
go
is?
in and play as Legos.
As
Yeah.
Legos.
Oh, jeez.
Yes.
Talk about a cash grab.
Yep.
Well, I mean that's Fortnite. It's Skin City. That's what it is.
They have racing. They have a racing game too that they just put in there last year, which is actually pretty good.
The Tar Heroes in there too, right?
Kind of. They have like a music thing where you can use your characters to
Dang.
play on stage.
I'm reading the chat. King's Portkole.
Porthole?
King.
What?
King's. I've been drinking too. King's Sport Cow. He woke the fuck up because he was falling asleep during the during the pulse. He's awake now. He's posting every like 30 seconds. King Sport Cow. See, I had it right.
Sport Cow, yeah. They also added Shuri in this season.
I like her skin uniform they give her in this.
They have the silver one. I couldn't find a good picture of that one.
Yeah, they posted it in one of my group chats. Everybody was raving about it.
And then this is her Lego. She also gets a Lego version. They added White Queen.
They added some weight to White Queen.
White Queen and dump truck version of White Queen.
No.
Don would be happy they gave her boobs.
Did someone twist her top around backwards? Is that her butt in the? That's weird.
Remember, the issue wasn't with the lack of boobs. The issue with Lego was the lack of cleavage.
Yeah. Not enough cleavage on that Lego figure, according to Don.
Cosmic, I'm still holding out hope that Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is coming back.
It's not coming
Keep holding
back.
that hope.
I want it back.
Hold that hope in one hand and shit in the other. I'll let you know which one weighs more.
And we get Mysterio. We got your classic Mysterio Lego. And then this red one, I'm not sure if that's supposed to be like a Deadpool take on Mysterio or not. I'm not sure. So we get him in a red suit. And you get War Machine. Yeah, that Lego. If the head is that big on the Lego, that's huge. It looks huge to me. I don't know. And then you get Iron Patriot.
That Lego got attitude. He's pissed.
Yeah, he looks pissed off. Quite frankly.
Why is my first appearance not worth more?
Yeah. It's because my suit's black, isn't it?
So I think I asked you this because remember we did this a while back. Because actually we did
the Star Wars ones.
Yeah, we did Star Wars. We got good views on that one. So you have to buy these or earn them. You buy them, right?
These ones you can earn.
Oh, you can earn those.
These ones you earn in the battle pass. Yeah.
All I know is that
there are some mods that you can buy.
I know my friend's son has spent $3,000 to $3,500 in skins for this stupid game.
Yeah. Not me. Got to be free.
It's an amazing business model.
Yeah. Yeah. This is kind of a teaser for later in the game that they got this Iron Spider suit, Peter Parker. They come out, and these are kind of you get the little skin wrap, that little paper up there, and then the back bling of the arms.
I see he has a guitar.
And the Iron Spider guitar. Probably has his pickaxe.
So this is the game where you were chopping wood, right?
This is the game where I say I always chop wood.
Yeah. Is that why you were chopping so much wood so you could get points for? That's not like a.
So you're trying to say Styx is always looking for wood?
He's always chopping it.
Always.
So is that why you were doing that so you could earn points to get like?
Kind of. You get XP points and. Yeah.
all the V-neck skins you can handle.
Get the moo-moos.
Moo-moos.
We also got a teaser that they might be getting the Fantastic Four later on.
Yeah, I
in the season. And then the big teaser, not really teaser because they kind of showed it earlier on too in the video if you catch it real quick. That later on we're going to be getting Galactus as part of the game in some fashion.
Yeah,
they had Godzilla.
You can't give him a skin. Would he be way too large to be a skin character?
Well, the skins are all they're all the same size really. There's a couple that are kind of big, but he'll be in some way impacting the island. Not so much as being a skin, I don't think. Unless they give I don't know, like a cosmic power suit or something like that.
Yeah.
So I don't think I did anything else at the end there, did I? No. Oops. Yeah, that's it for me. Fortnite season just came out today, so if you
more
like
X-Men,
play it. And here we go.
Let you finish up there.
Yeah.
Fortnite season just dropped today, so it's free on PlayStation and all the other platforms. So it's, if you think this is something that you might want to try, and give it a go, and you can get your own Marvel character.
Yeah, you can play with Styx.
Yeah. Come on, I'll definitely duo up with someone.
Show you how to chop wood.
Show you how to chop the wood.
My Styx.
Yay, Styx.
Good informative segment. Yes, this did replace trivia tonight.
Yep. No trivia.
Awesome.
I did this week.
So he didn't have to disappoint us tonight with his trivia.
Yeah, this was more fun.
All right, some X-Men on a budget.
All right.
I figured I'd go through a few characters, few books that are still reasonable to pick up. Some have picked up a little bit of heat from, Wolverine things and Deadpool things, but there's still books. X-Men's coming. It's going to come. There's going to be an announcement at some point. Then there'll be trailers, and then there'll be all that fun stuff. And every time somebody sees a character, thinks about a character, books will move. That's the way things work.
That's all we're going to see on Pete's list after. Oh, God.
Yeah. So, first off, I figured I'd go with Psylocke. So, a lot of these I chose as raw books because sometimes you can find them in pretty good shape raw. And there's sometimes a nice, decent premium on a turnaround if you can squeeze a nice 9.6 or 9.8 out of them. But first up, where you actually get Braddock on her actual first cover. It's not her first appearance because her first appearance is in the earlier Captain Britain of this title, but this is actually her first cover appearance, which people like characters on covers. You can find us in a very fine raw. This is the UK series, so it is not comic sized. But if you don't want to go for the first Braddock in the guts, you can go for her on the cover. So I thought for $25 in a raw, that wasn't too bad for a good Bronze Age book. Next up, you got your first Psylocke, if you will. Which is at New Mutants Annual 2. This book sells all over the damn place. The price is always all over the place. There's always a lot of them that are out there. So I would always say this is not a book to chase. This is a book to start looking for if you don't own it, or if you want to upgrade to a higher grade. Just take your time with the book. You will be able to find decent copies cheap if you bide your time on it.
Yeah.
You can get a near mint raw. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, finding this book in direct is easy. Mm-hmm. Finding this in a really high grade in a newsstand is hard. Yeah. Very hard.
It is tough, but it is still doable. You can get the direct in a near mint. When we say near mint, we're talking like 9.0 to 9.4, but sometimes people list it that way, and it has things that can be cleaned up a bit, and you get yourself up to a 9.6 or whatever for $40. Yep. I don't think that's a bad raw book to have if you can find it cheap. Again, $40 is fair for this, but if you're at a con, stuff like you can talk people down on this book quite a lot because there's plenty out there. But it's a solid first appearance book of a modern X-Men that people like. So
we just had a 9.8 sell last month for $565 of this book. So you can find a high copy, get it graded, make a few bucks.
There's a big drop between the 9.8 and 9.6, like most modern books. But again, if they tell us we're going to get Psylocke for some reason in X-Men, I'm sure these books will move again, and a $40 investment for a decent copy of the direct is a nice entry point if you don't have the book, just to buy, throw in the box, or if you're looking to upgrade to a cleaner copy.
Psylocke wasn't in. Was Psylocke in Deadpool Wolverine?
No.
Okay.
And that's why things have cooled off a little bit for her as a character as well. But people like the character. The character does extremely well in comics. Anytime you throw Psylocke on a cover, it does well. I think she has a new solo series coming out too.
Yeah,
I believe so.
So,
Yeah. Just to help Jedi out with that when they were filming Deadpool, that's when Olivia Munn was having her health issues. So,
no.
Next on the list, this one's kind of it's a twofer or a threefer if you like. You get Psylocke. You get Psylocke joining the X-Men. You get your first cameo of Mr. Sinister, and it's a classic Wolverine Sabretooth battle. That run of 211 through 213 of Uncanny is just good classic Sabretooth Wolverine. This book always kind of holds well, but is still very reasonable. Again, you can find a near mint raw for $20 of this. You could probably find it even cheaper. If you're at a con or digging through places, and it's somebody you can kind of work with, and not eBay prices. But it's a good book to have in there. Not necessarily buying it 100% for Psylocke joins, but again, you get the added benefit of the Sinister cameo, and a good classic Wolverine Sabretooth battle. And again, these books will, you got a little bit of a heat on it briefly because of the whole Wolverine Sabretooth thing, but again, these are dropping fast after the Deadpool Wolverine movie, so something to look for out there when digging through boxes. I threw in the old, after that X-Men 251 jumped for no really good reason. I figured why not grab some other things from this run as well. So you get her introduced here again. You get the Coacon. I never know what the hell to say because the letters all run together.
Quanon? Yeah,
that sounds about right. So you get that aspect dropped here as well. So it's kind of a little minor key, and a good book that, again, I see near mint raw 15, but you can pick this up significantly cheaper. You can find this definitely cheaper, but if you want a really nice clean copy and want to pay 15 for it, you can, but you can find it cheaper. Last on the list, a little more high dollar, a little more niche, but something that always seems to hold value. And if it dips a little bit, not a bad book to have. This is the first Psylocke solo series. It's a beautiful David Finch cover. The variant on this goes for even more raw. It's about 135, but this book consistently sells for $70 to $100. And if you see a little dip in it, it's always a highly collectible book. This and the variant cover on the 5 Ronin book as well of Psylocke is always good. But again, this one
the black and white one, the black and white cover of Psylocke 5
is it
or
black
whatever.
And white?
I thought it was a black and white. I might be wrong.
No, it's purplish.
Okay.
Yeah, there's the 2 covers on 5 Ronin. One's Mac, and the other cover is the one that always does really well. But again, this Finch series, truthfully, all of the issues do pretty well. Most of the issues are going to be like $20 to $30 a lot of the times, but like I said, this is one to look out for. Somebody throws up a weird auction that ends in the middle of the week or something weird. Sometimes you can get lucky and get this at a reasonable price, and if it goes down a little more, ain't a bad thing to have. I guess I would also say on the Psylocke list, if you happen to see it, even though it doesn't come up very often and it's never really that cheap, is that Ant-Man 12 cover, the Jenny Frison cover of Psylocke. Even though the book has nothing to do with Psylocke, she's on the cover and it's a Frison cover. So a good one to get.
A character in a book that's not even in the book?
Yeah, well, go Marvel.
Never thought I'd see the day.
Show our favorite rogue before she lost her ass. So Avengers Annual 10, again, worst cover of a first appearance ever.
She's on that cover though.
Yeah, she's there if you look close enough. But again, you can find VF decent, very fine raw copies of this, close to near mint for $60. If you're at a con, especially, these books are not rare. You can normally work deals. I think Marco bought 2 of them for $40 each a few weeks back. eBay prices are always going to be higher, but $60 is fair for this. The newsstand always captures a premium for some dumb reason, but it's Rogue's first appearance. First appearances, I never feel bad about having in a box. Minor keys, you can kind of go, but first appearances are first appearances. They're always, to me, they're always a timeless thing to have. Next up is actually Rogue's second appearance, which is in ROM 31. And this is a book raw. I mean, raw online is normally about $20, but you can find it cheaper. There's people that dump ROM stuff in boxes all the time. And not a lot of people are skimming through ROM books. So this is one to look for. It's one to look for in the boxes sometimes to try to find cheap, because she's on the cover. So you actually get a decent picture of her on the cover, even though she looks like she drives a Subaru. And like I say, it's her second appearance. So it's not a bad cover to have. And again, eBay prices, you're talking around maybe $20, but this is one to just kind of dig for and look for. And if you find it, kind of pull it out. Next, we got Rogue popping into the X-Men. So you're getting her on Uncanny. So you got her on a cover there. Any of the early Rogue stuff in Uncanny X-Men always commands a little bit of a premium through that run. So you could pick up a raw of this for 17, but again, it's a haggle book. You could probably find this for 10 out there if you're at a con digging through stuff and be like, hey, will you take 10 for this? It probably will. You got Rogue joining the X-Men. Not a bad book. You can find this for $7 to $10 in a near mint raw. It's a nice filler for an Uncanny run as well. And it's her joining the team. I like the books where the character's actually joining the X-Men. Those are always good books to have. Great Sienkiewicz cover of Dazzler. She's in the book. Dazzler stuff has died down quite a bit, and it's worth it. Just that Dazzler series has amazing covers throughout that whole series. And now that the Dazzler stuff has died down, might not be a bad time to pick up some nice cheap stuff. Pick up a Great Sienkiewicz cover. You got Rogue in there, one of her early appearances. Not a bad book to have. And also, another little twofer there, because you got Gambit and Rogue. You got the Kiss. This cover is always sought after, but
so sick of seeing that cover everywhere.
And well, now that X-Men 97's kind of died down a bit. A little bit of the heat's come off the book a little bit. But if we happen to ever get both of them in live action, it's definitely a book to have. And again, to be able to pick up a really nice copy for about $20, probably cheaper in another month, not a bad book to have. Again, there's plenty out there. It's not a hard book to find. Jubilee, the most useless character in the X-Men. Her first appearance is still dirt cheap. On this X-Men and on this Uncanny 244, you can still find this book near mint raw for $25 for her first appearance, which isn't bad. People do like Jubilee. She's a fun character. People love bubblegum covers as well. I would not be surprised if they do not. I can't imagine them doing a live action X-Men and not throwing Jubilee in there at some point. So, yeah, it's fine. You need a character. You need a character that's not Scott Summers pouting, the whole through the whole series.
Why don't they like me?
There's no X-Men without Scott Summers. Thank you very much.
still an asshole. So the Jubilee first appearance, like I said, $244, not a bad book to pick up on the cheap. You know, don't overdo it on this book. You can get graded copies pretty cheap on this still as well. But, you know, go find some good, really nice raw copies, cheap. If the book ever hits, you can always sub it, get it graded, and turn some money on it. But you know, it's accessible and cheap to pick up now. Also threw the old X-Men Adventures on there. You can find Rossetus for $10. It's a great Jubilee cover, but you're also getting your first morph in there as well. So this one is a twofer. People seem to enjoy morph in the X-Men 97 series. So
Morph.
And if you want to just fool through some, you know, uncanny stuff, you get her on the cover there of 253.
Yeah.
And then you get her in her modern uniform for the first time in the 261, which is also a great Psylocke cover as well, and good Wolverine cover. Yeah, that's just
where she's unconscious and everybody's.
Yeah, well, 261. It's a good Jim Lee cover.
No comment.
People love the Lee covers through that Uncanny run, and again, these are books that you can find. Yeah, I'm overestimating a Raw at 5 and a Raw at 3. That's eBay prices. You can find them cheaper, but you know, it's Jubilee. For first appearance is $25. You ain't paying too much for the other stuff. Went a little up in price here. You can squeak an 8.0 of this book for $150, but it's rare. 129 is great because yes, you're getting your first Kitty Pryde. You're also getting your first Emma Frost. In terms of a bigger dollar book, it's it's not breaking the bank, but yeah, it's another one of those books where they'll sell higher, and then you'll catch one out of every 10 sales that sells way below fair market value of this book. So definitely not a bad one to have. Great cover, good Wolvie, and you got 2 solid first appearances in that book. And you can also go for her little cover appearance there where she's joining the X-Men. This book is a easy near mint $25 book that you can find.
Wow. Not bad.
Yeah. And if you wanted to just pick up a good Kitty cover, 260 or 168 is a great Kitty Pryde cover. And it also gives you the first Lockheed. So you get a little bit of a twofer there. And then that Astonishing X-Men has always been a very recognizable cover. That book always sells. But you can find Raws for that book for $8 in near mint. And that's also the first Abigail brand in there too. I think first Sword in that Astonishing X-Men as well. So it's a couple different angles to play on that book. Again, it's an inexpensive book. Not a bad one to pick up because who knows what they're going to do with any of this X stuff. For Wolvie, of course, nobody's going to be going and getting Giant Size and X-Men 94 or Hulk 181 because they want to get Wolvie. If you want to go on the cheaper side of things, you can find near mint raw copies of Wolverine 1 for $50, which to me isn't bad. That book always jumps when Wolverine gets very hot, as does the Frank Miller series as well. And you can find near mint raws of that for $110. Sometimes they go, around $150, but you can find a few that dip out and get some of that stuff lower as well. And as hopefully maybe a little bit of the Wolverine heat dies off after Deadpool, these will just dip a little bit. And these are good solid books to have in the Wolverine stable. And then on the cheaper side of just good Wolvie books to have, I will always go with 17 and 27. They're fantastic covers and they're cheap covers. but there are highly recognizable covers. There's nothing wrong with buying highly recognizable covers because people like to buy highly recognizable covers. And when people can't afford the other stuff when it goes up in price, this stuff jumps. Not huge, but, if you find a really nice copy of, 17 for $15 and movie gets hot again and you can dump this for, $30-$40, that's nice. Same with 27. It's a classic cover. If that pops again, not a bad book to find. And again, some of this heat should die down a little bit off of these books. So you might even be able to pick them up a little bit cheaper in the next month or two. X-23 still has a little heat on that from the Deadpool stuff. But in terms of just some books that are still reasonable, the first X-23 series, this is the variant cover, the Billy Tan variant cover. You can find a near mint raw in this for $10. Sometimes even cheaper. Sometimes you can find a near mint plus for about $10 in this. Again, recognizable cover, not a bad one to buy for a few bucks here and there. And the all-new Wolverine, if you just want her in the outfit, there's a ton of covers on this. A lot that are far more expensive, be it the black and white or the J. Scott Campbell or the hip hop variant. But just to get the A cover, which is a good Bengal cover, you can squeak this out at a near mint raw for $20, which to me isn't bad. It's a reasonable book, and her stuff should, and I would think her stuff will settle down just a little bit. The bottom's not going to fall out any of this stuff because this stuff isn't that expensive to begin with. But
once the movie's out the theaters, then they'll settle back down, I believe.
I was watching. Me and my son went to watch Deadpool Wolverine. I like embarrassing my son, but anyway, X-23 came out. I looked over at my son. I was like, "Damn, X-23 grew up hot." He was he's like, "Dad, shut the fuck up."
You don't even, you go look up her on the Acolyte press tour.
Jeez.
She was wearing a very, very sheer shirt, and let's just say it was not warm in that room. Next up, now this is a more expensive book, but a book that people forget about sometimes, where you actually get Beast in his blue form, even though he's not blue on the cover. It is Blue Beast. Amazing Adventures 11. You can squeak this out for a very fine for $100. It is doable. It's a decent book to have. They love using Beast, and nobody likes to see Hank when he's not blue. Nobody wants to see a guy with big weird feet and stuff. So I would expect they always seem to bring Beast back. Oh, there we go.
That big guy with big weird feet. Sorry.
Weird feet.
And I don't know. To me, this is always a good book. It's been a good book for a long time. It always holds some decent value.
People pay good money to look at my feet, Bruce. For
what they do in Minnesota, Michigan, and Hawaii, I don't want to know.
I don't.
What your feet picks.
Money's money.
But a lot of times, like I said, these Amazing Adventures, you find them in those bronze boxes, and I mean this is a book that it will be a wall book at cons every now and then as well, because it goes for a decent amount of money. But if you could squeak a very fine out for $100, that's not too bad. And again, as the X stuff dies down a little bit, we don't hear a lot about it. I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know the next big drop of some news that they'll have for X stuff, but Downey kind of took the air out of the any X sales outside of the Deadpool Wolverine stuff. So,
right.
But I don't know. To me, this has to be the next big Marvel move is X-Men, because truthfully, I don't give two shits about the Avengers, and I don't even know who the hell's going to be in the Avengers movies at this point.
People.
Yeah, I mean, everyone loves Doom. Well, Downey's Doom, but I don't want to see him beat the shit out of Kate Bishop. And I think this is last up on the list. Havoc, a better Summers brother.
Who the hell is this?
Havoc.
That's
See,
Havoc.
exactly.
Yeah, this is Alex Summers.
Okay.
For those of you that want to pick up some decent key books that are reasonable in the older X-Men run, pick up a little Silver Age. X-Men 54. It's a good book. Barry Windsor Smith cover. That's your first Alex Summers. You can squeak a fine out of this raw for about $60, which I don't think is too bad. And then you get actually Alex Summers as Havoc in the outfit with the name on the cover. This book commands a little bit more. You can squeak a 6.0 graded out of this for 150. You just got to keep your eyes open for it. But both are decent books. They like using Havoc as well. We've had him before in a movie. He's a recognizable character. So you never know.
Havoc is the original simp. He simped for Polaris, and then he's still simping for Madeline Price. Just saying.
I simp for Polaris. I have X-Men 50.
Can't make this up. Can't make this up, guys.
Don't hate him
because Franco covers of all time.
Don't hate him because he gets more chicks than Cyclops.
Yeah.
Does he? Does he really?
Yeah, Cyclops is still stuck on Jean Grey. So.
Yeah,
they married. Damn it, married. Yeah. Don't they still married?
I don't know if they're still married.
Oh,
she died a couple times. I think he's a widow now.
Yeah, they bring him back, kill him, bring him back, kill him, bring him back, kill him. And Scott can die as many times as he wants, but he'll always come back an asshole.
Does Scott ever learn how to control his laser eyes, or is he always has to use the visor?
Yes, he used the visor.
Always.
There's no controlling because they're constantly shooting.
Much like his asshole personality, there's no reining it in.
He's such a Cyclops hater.
So that's what we got on X-Men for a budget today.
Nice.
I figured, like I said, we need to start being forward-looking when we're looking for stuff we want to buy and stop chasing books, because chasing books, and you know the way the heat is on books, they get hot and it dies fast. So buy stuff now before the heat hits, and then also some keys that'll always kind of hold some of their value. So. Yeah. Bruce,
nice.
Got some news for us today?
Oh, do I ever? I got some good stuff. Hey, Anthony, what's going on, buddy? First story of the night. I just want to remind people, characters are not real. The actors are only portraying characters. Abby actress received extra security while filming The Last of Us Season 2. Some members of The Last of Us community have expressed hatred for the character and harassed and sent death threats to Laura Bailey, who played Abby in the video game. These characters are not real. Stop sending death threats. This has been going back since early soap opera days when soap opera actresses were accosted by stalkers. They're not real. They're not real people. Get this out your head.
What did she do? Did her character do something shitty?
They do not like the character in the game does something horrible, and they taking it out on the actress. Ridiculous.
Okay.
Weird.
That's stupid. I don't know what to say.
Death threats over a video game character.
Yeah, that's nuts. People take this shit way too seriously.
Yeah. Like Star Wars.
We just need good stories.
We need good story.
That's bait.
It's a good story, and we still hate her. All right. Next up, Nicolas Cage has been cast as John Madden in David Russell's Madden movie.
There's so many things crazy in that.
Part making of the game.
There's so many crazy things in that first paragraph that I don't know how to. I have Nicolas Cage.
Yes.
I have John Madden.
Yes.
I have David O. Russell, who is an insane director who is highly volatile on the set, and a movie about the making of the video game. That's a lot.
Is there stuff about John Madden that we don't know about that they're gonna surprise us with some John Madden dirt?
Football. More football. It's
how
the game got started, when it went into the game. It's a whole
That's just a crazy
and Madden's been around for
choice for that.
More than 2 decades.
I mean, if there's some drama behind the making of the game, that might be interesting because it is a super popular game. So yeah, show me some dirt on that. I don't care about John Madden's. I mean, we all seen it. We all have. We've got ESPN. We got the NFL and all their docu-series. We know who John Madden is.
He died 4 years ago, 5 years ago.
Long time. I don't know.
I didn't even know he was dead. They just willed him onto the set of ESPN.
Yeah. I mean,
now, if you want something traumatic happened to him as a child that he doesn't like to fly on airplanes, tell me about it. I don't know, but
yeah, give me the bus story.
Yeah, what happens on the bus stays on the bus, and if something's leaking that, and people are snitching, tell me that. That would be cool.
Yeah, if it's nothing's controversial or exciting, I just don't see this being
It better be
big draw for the movie.
Is this a straight to streaming service, or this is not?
I agree, Anthony. I agree.
Might be for like NFL films.
David O. Russell's. I mean, he's made major movies that are.
I don't even know who he is.
Oscar. He did what? Silver Lining Playbook.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think maybe I stayed awake through that movie. I can't remember that movie.
But nonetheless, he's known for being abusive and allegedly and a little crazy on the set. So it's just a weird. It's just a weird choice, pairing. But sure.
Yeah, if this is on a streaming service and I ain't got nothing better to do on a Saturday, all right, I might check it out. I'm not going to see this in a theater. No way.
This has to be Oscar bait. Is he going to gain like 100 pounds and then put on prosthetic?
Oh, is he trying to whale? Is he trying to go whale on this thing and win an Oscar?
I think so.
I would like to just keep this comment up on the screen for the whole show. That makes me happy.
Suck it, bad and Raiders.
Immaculate Conception.
I mean, I guess with Cage, I guess we should be glad that they didn't get Jack Black.
I like Jack Black. I prefer Jack Black over Nicolas Cage any day of the week.
No, I mean, I want this to be such a weird, off the rails movie that I want to watch it and be like, "What the fuck is this?" I want it to be that weird. And with this pairing, I don't understand how it couldn't be. So, especially if he gains weight for the movie or they put him in a fat suit. If they do that, I'm sold.
What did I do?
Jeez, Styx.
Yeah.
Yes, so Russell is historically difficult to work with. But like I said, you give me Nick Cage in a fat suit, I am so there. I am so there for that.
You'll be the only one in the theater watching this.
Oh, I won't be in the theater watching.
This is not going to go to the theater. There's no way this goes to theater. Please, no way.
Yeah. Jack Black has to.
It's got to be like an NFL channel.
He has to walk on glass for another month or so before he's let loose.
Yeah, this is Apple TV. This is something.
Apple TV.
Apple TV. This is going to Tubi.
Tubi.
Free with commercials.
Nick Cage trying to be Marco.
I'm sorry. Tubi is the best thing out there.
Yeah.
There's so much on Tubi that is fantastic. If people can realize that the world of film didn't start in the year 2020, and are willing to go back and watch older movies, there's fantastic. I watched Thief last night with Jimmy Caan. It's it's Michael Mann's first.
It's not
movie,
that for me. It's commercials. You can't.
I get past them because they're not too long.
They're like 2 minutes.
Oh, they're not that bad. They're not that bad. There's amazing stuff. There's so much great Italian horror stuff on there as well. Oh, it's fantastic.
The one thing about Tubi's commercials is they're not always the same thing over and over again. Like you get on like Roku or some of the other streaming when you get the same damn commercial every time. Hulu does the same thing.
It's funny, this new generation, and I mean, I don't like commercials anymore either. But I was watching. Me and my son sat down to watch something on it was Paramount. I think it was the latest season of Halo, and I had not upgraded my Paramount to commercial free. And I sat down and started watching it. And when a commercial came on, my son looked at me like I had leprosy. He's like, "What the?" He's like, "Commercials? Are you serious?" I was like, "What?"
What is this? 1983.
He's like,
like I said,
he shamed me into upgrading.
There's stuff they have on Tubi that I can't watch elsewhere unless I'm paying a lot of money for it, or I have to have it on physical copy.
They have some great old British shows on there that know.
Here comes Doctor Who.
No, well, they do have Doctor Who on there, but they have
I did
shows
watch
on there
Doctor
like
Who.
Secret Agent. That's really good.
I did watch Doctor Who on
downstairs.
Ooh, upstairs.
I was eating lunch with this guy that I work with, and he's a big Doctor Who, Star Trek. Those two always seem to go hand in hand. By the way,
I don't know why.
Star Trek and Doctor Who,
because they're original sci-fi that inspired everything else.
That's true.
He was telling me about the screwdriver. He goes, "Yeah, the screwdriver. It was a sonic screwdriver. At first, it was just supposed to unscrew things." And I was like a screwdriver.
Joe sitting there thinking you should be talking to Styx.
He was trying to explain to me, and then how this screwdriver took off into be something fantastic. But at first, he's like, "It was just a sonic screwdriver. It's supposed to be used to unscrew things." And I was like, "Who came up with that? Who thought that was a good idea?"
At what point in that conversation did you go, "Shut up, nerd"?
Hey, the boss of the channel has every sonic screwdriver ever made. All right. Pete loves Doctor Who more than us.
I love good classic sci-fi. I can't dip my toes into the Who. It's just too much.
What else you got, Bruce?
All right, let's move on from Nicolas Cage, no acting. Next up, we got New York Comic Con expands to 5 days in 2024, starting on October 16th, exclusively for comic book retailers. Retailer Day features programming, meetups, and private events for comic shop owners and industry professionals. Exclusive comics and creative signings will be available for attendees, including the Department of Truth number 25. Complimentary and purchasable badges for retailers are available through Luna Distribution for NYCC 2024. So there are more exclusive books that we won't get our hands on and end up on eBay.
So they're expanding the con by 1 day, really, because isn't Thursday normally the retailer where all the retailers promote their shit?
Preview day or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Is somebody going to leave a shit on the floor this year?
I hope not.
Is Dom going?
I'm sure he is.
Oh, I'm sure he'll be there.
That was Kyle last
year. Well, there's so many people that go to this every year.
Mm-hmm.
Another day makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, people are usually hanging around on the Monday after anyway, at least,
So are they trying to
Wednesday?
Are they trying, because there was all the talk about SDCC and, are they going to move it out of the city, or are they going to do this, they can do that, because it's hard to find places to stay and stuff like that there. Maybe they're making a play to be one of the bigger boys. It's already one of the bigger cons anyway.
New York's already one of the primetime players for cons.
Second only to San Diego, if it's even second to San Diego. I don't even know if it is.
San Diego gets all the celebrities and the big releases and all the Marvel stuff, and they tend to get all that stuff, which tends to suck the air out of a lot of the other ones. So
I will say this: my neighbor Ken, his wife's family was looking for people to go to the con to share a hotel room for the 4 days because it was so expensive.
Hello.
Yeah, trying to
come
find
with a free
hotel.
ticket.
Trying to get a hotel in Matt, and during a con, you're crazy. That's $400 to $500 a night, easy. Go to Jersey.
Well, the way they do those hotels for this con are just insane. Where they put you in a lottery and
there's not as many hotels as there used to be.
Hotels are like $1,500 a night. You know, the
It's
closer you are.
$1,500.
Well, the closer you are to the venue, the more it is.
That's true, because Baltimore is like, was the close? Well, I've seen some rooms like $500 a night. I'm like, what?
Yeah, and Baltimore's not a huge con, but it's a good con.
No.
Baltimore's good. Baltimore is a true comic con.
Mm-hmm.
You get the most comics there. Anything else?
Cuckold.
I do like a good cook husband watching.
That Toy Fair when Dawn was there last year, I was expecting more out of that thing, but
I will put up.
I'm trying to go this year, so we'll see.
You'll be there.
Well, we know Bruce Fair will let people sleep on his couch.
Regional cons are the way to go. The small little regional cons are best.
There's a bed this time. Separate bed. Make that clear. And a couch.
The couch is the bed.
The couch is the bed.
So is
probably one of the funniest comments ever on this show.
Is New York?
Anybody remember who made that comment?
The Bruce of a casting couch.
The Styx was on the casting couch. That's probably either, I don't know. I don't want to give credit.
I don't remember.
It's probably either AOA or maybe it might have been. I don't know. It might be a little too clever for BK. I don't know. Sometimes BK can accidentally strike gold. Though.
It's not that clever. I'm just saying.
BK walks into him every once in a while.
I'll give it to BK. He takes it to Marco. That's good enough for me. But yeah, so is New York the last big con this year?
You know,
yeah.
I will say one more thing about this. For people like me that have to travel, if they're going to do something like this, make it worth my while when I get there. I'm okay with this. Yeah, don't make me travel all the way somewhere just to spend like 2 days. Yeah, I'm down with this.
I wish you would come into Baltimore to hang out with us.
I do too. My wife says too dangerous.
Too dangerous. I got my weapon. I protect you.
Okay, that's what I tell her. I'm with Bruce for. That's his town.
That's why I got a hotel right next to the convention center.
Well, what we were wearing wasn't too bad, right, Styx? It was.
No, it was
the bar area. It was a lot of bars.
My wife watches the news and she just thinks Baltimore and
there's parts of Baltimore that are sketchy. There's parts of Baltimore you don't want to drive through.
Yeah.
I think before I got on stream, I used to see YouTubers talking about they were shot at or chased or scared to walk to the con for where they were. I'm like, how far away from the con were they that they had this all happened? Because we were within a 20-block radius from the con. We didn't see anything like that.
Yeah, we were 10 to maybe 15 blocks at the most away.
Well, if you go down to the block where all the strip clubs are, that's a fun time.
The strip clubs?
Oh yeah, there's a whole block.
Ooh, I didn't know that.
It was the only place I've ever seen a woman who was literally 8.5 months pregnant dancing.
What?
Yes.
Unfortunately, our
milk show.
Our escorts in the city, Marco and Pete, just took us to Rat Alley or some fucking place with rat.
Yeah.
That seems the stories they tell. It seems like that you guys aren't going to the very nice place. I know Joe goes to those specialized strip joints, like specialize in like feet.
Oh no, it wasn't special. That's
piggy or something like that.
That's just what you get in Baltimore sometimes.
There's just a curtain with just showing feet.
Walking onto the stage, check out those toes. For Cantra.
Welcome to the hammer toe.
I live relatively close to Baltimore. It's easy driving distance. and I used to spend a lot of time in Baltimore back in my single days. I've seen some crazy shit in Baltimore. That's all
Damien has a question for you, Joe.
He's got an important question, so let's
what is this question?
Let's give him the stage.
Shoot, Damien. Well, while you're coming your question, I'll give you one strip club story from Baltimore, where I was with my buddy, and the way every state kind of city handles their strip clubs differently. It's you're gonna get your fun. No, I've never been to an AVN Awards convention or any of those things. I'm too much of a germaphobe for that stuff. But in Baltimore, the dancers normally dance behind the bar in most cases, and then they come down and they're behind the bar, so you can't see. Then they come around and go to everybody and ask for tips after. And then if you want to buy them a drink, they'll sit with you, have a dance, whatever. I was sitting at the bar, and the bar was, kind of a, three sides of a rectangle.
Did a stripper's water break on your lap?
I was sitting at the far end of the bar. My friend was right around the corner. He had a girl on his lap, and he looked at me and was 100% truthful and said, "It's in." That's what happens in Baltimore.
What?
Yes. At the bar.
Wow. It doesn't sound like there was time enough to put a condom on in this story.
Nope. There
a little extra head on the beer there.
Holy crap.
Baltimore is a wild place. And that was 25 years ago. So
why are you putting the condom on before you leave the hotel? He's like, just you wait.
just in case. Just in case. So yeah, I've seen things in Baltimore that would make grown men cry. So
I'm pretty sure they cleaned up Baltimore strip clubs since then.
No, they haven't. they definitely.
All right, we're all going to a strip club when we get there.
Oh, I'm not.
We'll take video from inside.
I'd rather spend my money on comic books. Throw it away.
Styx is a deacon. He can't be seen doing stuff like that.
I mean, if there's chicken wings, maybe. But
that's not those aren't the places you eat food.
Stick brings. Don't be Marco.
Hold on.
Don't be Marco.
No. There's like I won't eat it at a buffet or a salad bar, and there's I won't eat where people are having sex 3 feet from me.
Restaurant. They just have live entertainment. That's all.
I never understood people eating food at strip bars. Pube hairs everywhere, juices flying everywhere.
Now there are places. Again, every place is different. If you're in Virginia, it's pretty much fully clothed. So there's places that people go there and eat prime rib, and they're happy with it. But
what are they, Amish over there? Where are the strip clubs?
It's pasties and panties. Pasties and panties.
We can see your ankle. Oh no.
Yeah. So, like I said, every place is different. I'd rather go home with a comic book than go home and have to pay for penicillin. That seems to be a wiser choice.
That's when a stripper knows she's in the twilight of her career, is when she gets assigned the Saturday and Sunday brunch hours.
Yeah. Well, yep.
Legs and eggs, baby. Woo!
So,
did you watch that? Did you watch Umbrella Academy?
Oh yeah,
legs and eggs.
Yeah. Oh my god, that was good.
Somebody told me. Actually, it was the same guy I ate lunch with. Said that there's going to be another season to Umbrella Academy, and I was like, I don't think so.
This is the last season.
Yeah,
they said this was the last one. Now they didn't really tease much at the end, but they kind of made it think that we might get something more, like a new group of people.
I thought that was just a feel good scene, like. Oh, okay.
What was the name of the other group?
Sparrow Academy.
Sparrow Academy. I would like to see that.
I think it's run its course.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think it's kind of done.
I will say this. I just I'm up
I
to
enjoyed
season 4 of Doom Patrol. Doom Patrol is really good.
Doom Patrol's great. It's a great show.
Oh my god, it's so good.
I liked how they let them run with it. They're like, do what you want to do. You could do something crazy, and they just let them run with it. I was happy with that. They didn't try to rein it in, because if they had tried to rein it in, then you would have gotten more of a Titans. We're just going to swear for no reason, which is, I love Titans, but that's what Titans was. It was like, we're going to say fuck for no reason.
What's the guy with the muscle that flexes? What's his
Flex
name?
Metallo?
Hulk Hogan?
Yes, Flex Metallo. He flexes and everybody has an orgasm all at once. That was hilarious.
It was.
Is this your last story?
No,
This
2 more. Let's go.
2 more. All right. No, I had something I wanted to bring up, but I'll wait till the end.
Okay.
It's more TV talk.
DC introduces compact comic line, collects classics in a portable, reader-friendly size for $9.99, targeting middle grade, young adults, and manga audience. There's an ad that emphasizes portability and social reading, setting, and a new standard in comic advertising. The format has a 5x5 by 8.5 trim, ideal for new readers seeking best-selling titles for DC Evergreen Library, and we will play the advertising.
Thank you, DC. You've given us trade paperbacks.
Shut up.
Trade paperbacks, they're digests.
So here we go. We got a little video to watch. That advertising.
Digests again. I thought we were done with this.
It looks like a trade.
Yeah, but it's tiny.
It's a little smaller.
Yeah,
I've never seen a commercial where I wanted to beat up everybody in the commercial before.
That's supposed to be Velma?
What was he reading? Go back. What was he reading to his girlfriend while they were in a tent instead of banging his girlfriend in a tent?
shut up.
Maybe they just got through banging Joe.
Read Batman.
Batman, hush.
He's not Superman.
He's reading her hush.
Sad.
See what Batman just did to him? I'm going to do that to you later.
Maybe that's foreplay.
Could be.
But
as you can see,
sign of a childless relationship there.
The first titles up is All Star Superman, American Vampire, Hush, Court of Owls, Trial of the Catwoman, Far Sector, Gotham City Sirens, Joker, Watchmen, and Wonder Woman Earth 1. Some good titles. And I just saw they're adding DC versus Vampires, announced by Tom Taylor earlier today.
But
I think
again,
this is a good way to get people interested in it.
They're trade paperbacks.
They're small enough. They're the same size as mangas. Almost.
But did you see them hold it? It looks like a trade paperback.
So is it going to be black and white
That
or
is not
color?
a manga.
It's going to be in color.
It's color.
Mangas are paperbacks. These are thicker than paperbacks. They're like an omnibus size.
These actually look a little bigger than manga books. I think
these are good.
I'm
For
not-
$10, not bad.
I'm not saying I don't know, but
Yeah,
I don't know. I just think manga is. I don't know.
I can't read manga. I can't deal with the black and white.
Now I'm okay with these if you're going to give me stuff and it's $9.99 and that's cheaper than the trade. Okay. I mean, because what trades are normally about 14 ish.
Yeah. I mean, you can get them cheaper, about $10 anyway.
Yeah. Now on the aftermarket, you can always
Used. I
get
mean,
cheap.
you don't care if it's used, just a trade.
Well, I don't want that. I don't want that Batman Hush one after that guy was in the tent with his girlfriend.
Oh, stop. You've done dirtier things with.
I don't want to buy that secondhand. But again, it's nice. It's nice to have digestible size stories.
Content stealers.
Cheaper trades. Yeah.
I think the idea is to get a younger audience interested in comics by making them smaller and more compact. They can just throw them in their bags.
When they were holding them, they didn't look smaller than a trade.
They did. Yeah, they did not look smaller.
Let's go back.
Look at that.
A trade is way bigger than that. Do I have a trade laying around?
I got it right here. Watch it. I got Watchmen right here.
What is that? Yeah, that's smaller than that.
Not that much.
That's not a trade, man. That's a collection. I mean, same height though, probably.
Okay.
It's just like they're trimming an inch off the book, making it
That's
harder
what I got down
harder to read for people like me whose eyes are completely fucked.
Well, this is for young people. It's not for you. It's for middle grade and young adults. People that have 20/20 eyesight.
That doesn't look like
that looks bigger than what
that guy getting ready to go under the shirt above the bra doesn't look like he's too young.
He looks older
You're in
than
his 20s.
Okay, let's
put in a purse.
You know what? I think this is okay. I mean, I don't know. I think
it's a good idea.
Yeah, why not?
Little side boob on that pull shot. That was nice.
I'm trying to find some cons to it, and I really can't find
That's
any.
what I'm looking at. There we go.
What side boobs? She has no boobs.
She moved around a little. You got a little side boob.
Looks like Blossom.
Oh, stop.
We're dissecting this little video.
Yeah, I don't know what.
If they were digest size, which is, like you used to get like the Archie's
it's not the
type size.
Let the beard do the reading.
I mean,
these are like omnibuses. I don't have one of my small omnibuses around here.
I guess digital didn't work out as well for these because that's where digital targets the same basic demographic.
Well, the digital they're doing targeting using is webtoons. Webtoons is a big thing with kids, especially the DC webtoons are really popular, and they started doing webtoons with manga characters. So I don't know. Let's see how this works out. If they sell these in like Target and Walmart,
12.5 by 8.5.
I think these could catch on. Kids see the characters they know. Mommy, I want Superman. I want Batman.
Yeah, I guess.
I
don't see. What titles do you see there that would be for kids?
I mean, the commercial.
None of those titles I'm staring at are for kids.
The commercial, they're not targeting. The commercial did not seem like they were targeting kids. It seemed like they're targeting.
Targeting
middle school,
college professors and their students.
Yeah, it seems like they're targeting 20-somethings.
I agree.
Yeah.
All right, moving on.
Yeah, I'm okay with this. I think
I'm okay with it. It just seems weird because it's like if it was actual digest size, like the size of a Reader's Digest, I'd be like, oh, okay.
Here's a thought. Drop the friggin' price of your trades, and then maybe it'll sell.
Yeah. So you don't have to buy them at half price books or.
Yeah. Make them $8 to $10, and then
there's stacks. You got to say half price, but there's stacks of trades everywhere.
Oh yeah, they buy them pennies on the dollar.
Yeah. We'll see where they go with this.
Yeah. Hopefully it works. Next up, Santa Claus is back in DC. This Batman Santa Claus Silent Night returns #1, a 5-issue weekly release. Santa joins forces with the Justice League, including Superman, Zatanna, Batman, Robin, Etrigan the Demon. Series promises chills with life-drained bodies and a villain known as a Silent Night threatening Christmas. Creators Jeff Parker and Lucas Kettner highlight Norse mythos Santa, fantasy horror vibes, and stunning artwork. I'm all for this. Zatanna, Santa Claus, let's go.
Yeah, I'll buy whatever obligatory Zatanna cover they put in front of me, but
yeah, I know you like this.
Outside of that, I'll probably skip some of them. They didn't hold up too well from last year.
No.
Don't come down my chimney, Santa.
But I don't know. They always we'll get some for Halloween. We'll get something for Christmas. They've been enjoying the holiday covers lately. So
yeah, I've been liking their holiday covers.
Yeah, they put some decent artists on the covers, and I'm sure they'll be numerous variants that people will run to buy. So it's not bad.
Yeah. So that is it for the news of the week.
Can I just
back to you?
I'll interject just one thing because we're talking about WB. This week, they WB announced that they were going to be closing down the Cartoon Network channels.
Yeah, all of the content is going to Max. Most of it.
Yeah, they're taking it off of the cable networks.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense to have Max and Cartoon Networks 2 separate channels, I guess.
Well, Cartoon Network for cable subscribers. You know, I mean.
So.
I think Max is doing consolidations because they did that thing with Boomerang.
Stupid shit.
Mama Bear, really? Fight the Jedi.
I was gonna say a comment that I did not give anyone permission to use my likeness for something.
Take him to court. Take him to court.
You had something to say, Jedi, before?
Wasn't there another video game live action like Borderlands or something? Has that come out yet?
Yeah, it came out Friday.
What, it had 9% Rotten Tomatoes?
It like sucks, right?
It left today.
Well, Pete said it was what it was.
What do you mean it left today? It's off.
It ain't gonna. That thing isn't gonna last this week.
It's not gonna last
this week.
in the top 10.
It only pulled in
it'll be on the
9
bottom
million
10.
Opening weekend.
Made 50 cents.
Oh, it's in theaters.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It came out last Friday.
Kate Blanchett's in it. Jamie Lee Curtis.
I'm surprised my son has
weird casting in this movie. Weird casting.
Yeah, the casting was horrible.
It's like they had a roulette wheel and they just spun it. Like, who can we get?
I was thinking it was on one of the streaming networks. Okay.
No.
Never mind.
It made what it made 8 to 10 million worldwide last weekend, something like that.
Yeah, it wasn't. It was pretty bad.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'm not going to go with it is what it is anymore, because we got Fallout, and that series was damn good. You could take a property and make something good out of it. We shouldn't have to settle for garbage. So, do better.
Right. From the looks of it, they didn't. They just threw this movie together. I mean, it wasn't even a thought to take care of the property.
I'm thinking about going to the movies tomorrow. But I don't know what to watch.
Alien Romulus.
I may end up seeing it. My son doesn't like scary movies though. So
well, I know it has a scene where people are turning away because it's so gross.
We're going down the throat.
It's by far the best thing that'll be in theaters.
I watched I watched Terrifier, so nothing phases me anymore.
Yeah.
Good to go.
Yeah, Blue Jay got the comic.
We saw the trailer when we went to see Deadpool. The trailer was playing, and my daughter went with me. She's like, I am not going to see that movie at all. Like, I don't blame you. That's pretty good. She's 16.
Oh, come on.
No, she's not a scary movie person.
Make her go see it, Styx.
I ain't got to make her do nothing.
You are Styx. Prepare her for the real world. Say you are going to see this movie. Grow up.
I'll go see it. Oh yeah, I have no problem. I love the Alien franchise. I'm fine with it. I don't care. I've seen Nightmare on Elm Street in the theater.
I went to see the last. What's that? Silent. What's that one where you're not supposed to?
Damien has important questions. Yes, Damien. What is your important question?
Okay, Damien's got another question.
I would say that Styx does.
Styx, have you ever attended the AVN award ceremonies?
Damien's looking for somebody to go to the AVN award ceremony.
I will say that Styx he does drag his kids to comic shops and cons. They don't want to go, but he drags them.
I learned my lesson. I used to take my kids, and the last time I took my son, he got mad because there were a bunch of furries, and just didn't want to be there. And I was like, dug through a couple boxes, and I was like, okay, let's go.
I don't even understand this question.
Who's Chad?
Go ahead.
Quintavia? What the hell is that? What are you talking about?
I don't know what that is.
Your daughter leaving for college.
Damien's drinking.
Come back with Quintavious.
Leaving with.
I have to figure out what this question means,
yeah.
and I'm not.
Yeah. Remember how old? Remember we're old before you start. I have no idea what.
My daughter isn't someone to trifle with. She'll take you out and beat you behind the woodshed. So.
She's been watching Dad chop wood all day on Fortnite.
Yeah, I can do that better, Dad. Come on.
No, Styx does not chop wood in front of his daughter. That's just.
Yeah, no, don't throw that in the thing. What the hell are we looking at?
So on what I read a story about urban explorers.
What is this?
Urban explorers, people that go into old abandoned buildings, houses, stuff like that, film it. These guys went into an abandoned house and it was just filled every room with stuffed animals.
Hey, you find a Princess Di Beanie Baby in there, you're good to go.
What the hell is this?
I just it was just, I couldn't imagine something creepier than like, oh, we're going urban exploring, and you go into a house and it's just every room, wall to wall, cobwebs everywhere, house has been abandoned for years, but it's just loaded with hoarder stuff, but it's only stuffed animals.
How low do I want to go with this next comment? I don't even know if I want to do it. When you start looking at all the stuffed animals and they all have like little holes, little slits cut in.
It's some weird. I mean, it's a weird hoarder thing. You guess somebody just dies there and the property sits abandoned, but that would be something extremely creepy to walk into.
That guy does not look like he. That gentleman, that bald gentleman with the beard, does not look like he scares easily. So if it scared him,
like he wears deodorant.
Yeah.
The guy behind him looks like Klaus.
Yes, he does.
Styx, private chat.
Through the TV.
Styx, the private chat.
Oh, I want to read
that.
So I found that interesting this week, and I might as well throw in an Olympic segment. Did anyone watch the Olympics? Because this was the only three things that made the Olympics interesting this year for me. Dick on the pole vault, Turkish shooter, and ray guns.
I'll look at that later.
Yeah, it's a lot of reading.
Bruce is sending me encyclopedias.
I think Styx could go to Australia and be a Olympic breakdancer.
Yeah, the story just gets weirder and weirder, and it's hard.
Something about her husband was the head of their breakdancing.
And I don't know how much of it is true, but yeah, she made her husband the head of the organization,
and then beat like 30 other breakdancers to make it there.
But there was one girl that was definitely better, and she chose not to pay travel expenses, so that girl couldn't make it there.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of weird stories, but I had to. I watched the whole thing, just because of that.
It was cringy.
It was beyond. It was beyond cringy.
Well, they had video of her like break dancing before the closing ceremony or something, and I was like, "Why didn't you do that?" It doesn't look terrible. It doesn't look Olympic worthy, but it doesn't look like that crap she did on for the Olympics. Why didn't you do that?
There's no way she got there legitimately.
It was yes, she does have a PhD in break culture.
Yeah. And then wondering why she owes $200,000 in student loans and can't get a job paid off because she has a degree in breakdance history.
I think it's the last time they will have breakdancing at the Olympics.
It is. It won't be back in Los Angeles.
Well, they already said they're not doing it in Los Angeles, I think.
Yeah. Los Angeles has lacrosse, so I'm excited.
Flag football, apparently.
Oh, and flag football, yeah.
Yeah, I don't I mean, maybe it's just the lack of terrestrial television. I remember back in '84 and stuff like that. The Olympics were a thing.
Mm-hmm.
You watched Mary Lou Retton. You watched Carl Lewis, it was a big thing. I don't know whether it's just because it's streaming now. It just doesn't.
I back to the. I almost wonder if this was just some sort of promotional stunt to get attention to the breakdancing. I don't know. I mean, there's some weird stuff going on. Like Bruce said, there's some weird shit going on.
Yeah. I couldn't understand how this even got this far to be an Olympic sport.
I just want to know how much trim that pole vaulter got when he got back to the Olympic Village.
Oh, and then somebody saying that they heard he stuffed his stuff. They did on purpose. I don't understand why they would do that. Cost yourself a medal just so you can get more OnlyFans views or something.
I don't know.
I don't know, Bruce. Why don't you tell us?
Olympics is only once every 4 years.
No,
it's not the first time not the first time I've seen athletes get boners. The adrenaline, excitement. They get excited. Can you say it happens?
Yeah, like I said, he didn't get the gold in the pole vault, but I'm sure he got a lot of pink in the Olympic Village. So good for him. Because that place is like it's like the days of Caligula, the Olympic Village. It's a very well known fact.
Yeah,
that it is a crazy time there.
I bet the guy in the middle wasn't getting much play. That motherfucker's scary. That's that guy. That is interesting. That guy walked up.
He had his hand in his pocket, and he's like, just staring down with the
fuck you.
How do we have the most guns in the world and we did not even reach the top 20 or 30? How'd that happen? That shooting. I don't get it.
Gotta get one of those gang members out to join the Olympics, I guess.
We didn't place in any of the gun shooting. That is a shame.
No.
I don't think we did. No.
Maybe we're used to just spraying bullets. We don't aim anymore. We just spray bullets.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know the gun. So.
I do. I watched this guy because
it's too hard to own guns here in Hawaii. They make it hard on purpose.
Oh, I can imagine. But yeah, so Olympics. I don't know what to think about it anymore. I watched bits and pieces, but
I didn't watch any of it.
I would catch articles.
I would catch articles online. I'd read the headlines and not much more.
Mm-hmm.
That's a shame. I mean, maybe it's just because we don't have the old Russian craziness.
Yeah, I was just gonna say when we grew up, the Cold War was big, and U.S. versus Russia was a huge draw.
You didn't have 1,000 channels at touch of your remote either, so
true.
Yeah, I mean you can. Yeah, now you can watch the Olympics and switch back and watch SpongeBob and go back over.
You watching SpongeBob, Styx? Why are you
somewhere else? I'm just saying. Listen, SpongeBob is a cultural icon.
Are you watching Bluey too?
I do not watch Bluey.
Yes, that's true.
That's beyond my.
So
it was an interesting from the head. I talk about it with my son when I call my son in Tennessee. We talk about the head. I don't think he watched much of it either. He just kind of read the headlines too. I mean, there were some interesting storylines, but
But the meme stuff is what seemed like this is all I'm going to remember from these Olympics that I can remember. That and the fact that the Chinese divers can enter the water at 10 meters and not make one little bit of splash, which was the most insane thing ever. But
there was a lot of those where they were swimming in the
swimming in the Seine.
And it was like, I don't know.
I will give props because I did watch plenty of beach volleyball. Cheers to the Spanish women's team. I don't know if they medaled. It's just kind of not watching it for that, but it was fantastic.
Porn is free, Joe. Porn is free.
I used to play volleyball. I like watching volleyball, but it's just distracting. It's very distracting in the beach volleyball. Those were some outfits.
There's a little bit of a difference when your wife walks in the room and you're watching volleyball than if she walks in the room and you're watching porn. There's a little difference in what you can get away with.
I just show her the pole vaulter hitting his dick and be like, there you go. We're good.
On to the Winter Olympics. Where's the Winter Olympics at?
I do tend to enjoy the Winter Olympics a little more. Than the
2 years from now.
If they had the pole vaulting in the Winter Olympics, this guy would have been okay. He might have cleared that thing.
The indoor volleyball was fantastic this year. Both male and female was a lot of fun. But again, it's not like it used to be. I just maybe we just don't have the storylines this year for it. But I guess there were some, but I don't know. It's weird. It's just weird to me for how big the Olympics was.
Italy.
One of the interesting thing, I guess the U.S. medaled in rugby for the first time in like 100 years or something. Did I hear that right? The women's rugby team.
The women's rugby did.
That was the first time we medaled since like 100 years ago or something like that.
Yeah, it hasn't been in the Olympics in a while. So
I can say I thought we'd have a pretty decent rugby team because we have
well, that's where the Australians should have.
I know, but we have America Samoa, and those Samoans love their rugby.
Oh yes. Well, that's about all I got, guys. Anything else you guys got?
Yeah. Not really.
No. I ain't got none.
No other fun stories. Nothing was that interesting this week. I did see a clip or a news story, but I think it was just an old clip that came across of some kid that tried to stick his dick in a wasp's nest and got stung 600 times. That was interesting.
What?
Teenage boys, man. It's they do stupid shit.
I've never tried to do that. No, not up to no.
No, I didn't see. I saw I just saw
That's just weird.
I didn't see the Tom Cruise thing. I guess I need to check that out.
Oh yeah.
At the closing ceremony, I think didn't he do something at the closing ceremony or something?
He looked at I gotta tell you, Jedi. He looked his age when he and I'm like, oh, you could tell the movies are definitely
Father Time
CGI in them.
Yeah.
Well, he's what, 60?
He's older.
64.
Yeah, I mean he's getting up there. Xenu's keeping him relatively young.
Yeah, I getting back to the getting your wang stung by wasp. You know,
Thank you.
Darwin.
Yep.
Has a
nature finds a way to thin the herd.
I mean, I feel sorry for the boy's parents. I don't feel sorry for him. He's an idiot. I feel sorry for his parents, I guess.
That's embarrassing.
But Jesus. I mean, there's I understand peer pressure. He deserved it. I understand peer pressure to a point. There's a certain point where peer pressure just is like, oh, sorry, man, you're just an idiot.
Yeah. There's a point. There's a cutoff. So if you haven't subbed to the channel, do it. Sub to Bruce's channel. What do you got coming up this week, Bruce?
We got Sunday. We'll be going over hottest covers coming out next week. We'll review some comics. We're going to go for
please choose good ones this week.
FOC. What was that?
I said, please choose good ones this week.
What are you talking about? My covers were good last week.
Yeah, they were. I'm just saying, choose good ones.
Yeah, why are you watching it? Go over some FOC, some video game sales, some Silver Age and Golden Age slab sales, and maybe continue the giveaway train on the show.
See how many panelists you can get on one show. Oh my Bruce. You can't tell people no sometimes, Bruce. I clicked on your Monday show and I swear there was like 12 panelists on that show.
I have control over the panel. They've learned their lesson. I will remove somebody from the panel if they start arguing or won't shut up. They know this already, so everybody respectful, right, Joe? Pretty much. Yeah.
Joe's like, I'm afraid to say anything.
Don't say anything, Joe. Blink.
No, but you have been doing a lot of good giveaways, so
yeah.
A lot of books, a lot of fun.
Yeah, 1 year anniversary of doing this crap, and I appreciate you guys. I will be giving away books for the next how many more days? For the next 2 weeks. On Sunday and Monday, books will be given away for the rest of the month. Which I will be mailing out books either tomorrow or Monday. I just haven't had time to go to the post office. I got your names written down. You will get your books. I'm not going to say it.
Me?
Pulling a Styx. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I will send out your books this weekend, man.
You got your
books. If I had won the other day, I think I told you this. If I had won, I was gonna give the prize to BK. I feel like I need to offer some sort of like olive branch.
Mama Bear gave her book to BK.
Did she
get Mama Bear give a book to BK?
Yeah, we haven't done a giveaway for a while on this show. So
I have offended BK for something, and he won't forgive me. I think it was something to do with trivia. I think my memory's short.
So I think next week we're going to do a hunt list. A lot of us will be at Baltimore's. I know Jedi, you hit a bunch of cons out there when they come. Just a nice little hunt list of stuff we might be looking for at the convention. So I know I have a list of things I'm going to be hunting for. So it's always fun to see what other people are looking for when they.
Let's see. It's going to be from top to bottom: boobs, Batman, and Doctor Who.
Actually, I do not have a lot of boob books on my list this time. Most of my stuff this time is Silver A stuff because Baltimore will have it. So I get screwed out of stuff at my local cons here because there'll be like 3 people that are selling comic books, 3 vendors, and a lot of times they're not very good. It's a lot of modern stuff.
Yeah. Well, let me just show up what I gave up last show. I got to mail these out. I gave away a Mr. Sinister first appearance.
Not rare Playboys, but I do collect old 40s pinup magazines.
What are you looking for at the con, Styx? Doctor Who and what else?
I'll have to look.
We're gonna make it into a segment. We're gonna make it into a whole segment, Bruce.
Yeah,
and we can walk through all the books we're looking for.
I'm not gonna give away my secrets. Right.
Yeah.
Fine. Tune in next week and you'll see what books we'll be looking for.
Same bet time, same bet.
So you can actually see some of the stuff that we really collect for our personal collections.
Yeah. You need pictures for slides?
I wonder if Dom's going to be on
the books and I'll find
Is Dom going to be on SNS tomorrow, Styx?
I doubt it because he's at that con again tomorrow.
Yeah,
I don't know. I watched. I watched SNS. Was it last week? I think it was. Was it last week? Dom was on. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Dom, I don't know. He seemed a little nervous. He wasn't.
A little timid.
He's a little. Yeah. He's kind of like he didn't bring it. He didn't bring. He wasn't the whole damn show. He didn't. I was a little disappointed. He got the opportunity. He got the spotlight, and he didn't bring it.
I think he maybe didn't know what to expect.
Also, they didn't have the Dom heavy segments last week either.
Yeah,
you gotta be ready.
I think
opportunity knocks.
Dom wants me to do a conspiracy show with him called "At the End of the Day."
End of the day. It's all.
We're working on the details of that. Let's see what happens.
You're opening a Pandora's box, Bruce. For us.
I know I am.
we might have to bring back the conspiracy wheel, Jedi. It's been a while.
I gotta find it.
Conspiracies.
Because I enjoyed the conspiracy wheel. That was always fun.
Yeah. Get that back.
Yeah. So hopefully Dom will be back with us next week if he's not painting a house or driving halfway across the country to get a FET signature. As always, watch SNS tomorrow night. I'm sure the boys will be on doing their thing. I don't know what's going on in the world of Star Wars.
Nothing.
I wasn't on last week because I kind of keep an eye on the chat, and if it seems like you're gonna be talking a bunch of dumb shit, I don't go.
I mean, I'm guessing Skeleton Crew.
No, I don't think Bruce. I'm sorry. I don't think Marco wasn't on. I can't remember. So it was just the three of them, and the show usually goes a little smoother when Marco's not on. For some reason, I don't know why. And but I think they did D3, so I don't know what they got going on this week. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm guessing it'll just be Skeleton Crew
Yeah,
talk because I'm not sure what else is out there.
God, I'm not watching that show. I refuse.
I've said I'm not really don't have the desire to watch it either. It's just not for me. It's just not for my demographic.
That's exactly.
And
what
I'm okay. I'm okay with that. I'm not mad that they made a show not for me to watch, but I'm fine with that. I'm actually happy that they are reaching out and doing some live action stuff and trying to hit some different demographics.
You want to hear something that will probably get me in trouble with everybody watching the show? I didn't like the Goonies. So
I didn't like the Goonies.
I did. I loved the Goonies.
I could care less for the Goonies. It was not that good to me. I never understood the love for that movie.
Same here.
How do I remove you two out of here?
I like it.
I do enjoy it. So thank you for hanging out, everybody, tonight. We appreciate your interaction with us and hanging around. We actually, look at that. We actually had a show that was longer than an hour and 15 minutes this week. So
that's right. The Outlaw game is coming.
You just needed me and Bruce for on last time.
Yeah. Well, normally I think Bruce and Dom arguing takes up a good half hour or so. Bruce's pickups normally is another 15 minutes or so. Stretches.
Pickups have been very tame.
They have been tame. But I'm sure you'll have some large box coming from CGC that has to be forklifted to your door soon.
My
and then sent back
a couple hours away from here. I will be doing an unboxing video at some point. Maybe I'll grab one of you guys to react with me as I open the box.
Okay.
You're walking anyway, Styx.
I'm auditioning for it.
As long as we're in a thumbnail doing.
Yeah. And we got to pout don't you have to pout or we got to do something with your lips? I don't know what it is.
People.
Oh no, the new one is you got to go. That's the new one, right? You see it on everybody's thumbnail.
Everybody got reaction thumbnails now.
Okay.
Yep.
It must be good. There's a reaction thumbnail.
Yeah.
People like to live vicariously through other people buying shit. So.
What if I did this on thumbnail? You think I get in trouble?
Probably with YouTube. Yeah, probably.
Just hold pieces of a broken slab and be like, with a nice.
I just want another book today.
Yeah, he's gloating about it in the chat.
Oh, Jesus. I don't understand how you win that many of those. Well, number one, I'm confused why you go in the Razzes for books that won.
Because I'll re-razz them in the
there you go.
Probably. I 27 or 28 Razzes this year so far.
That's crazy.
That is insane. I can't. Well, I can say
Well, at one point he was on a pace to have like 50 Razzes. I think he slowed down a little bit.
He's still close to on pace.
It was like 2 months that I really didn't win anything.
Mm-hmm.
But there's one up now that I want. It's the all new Wolverine #2, the one in 25.50. It's like a $200 raw book or whatever. So
I swear to God, if you win that thing, I'm gonna I got write my congressman or something. I got something. We need an investigation into.
I keep saying I'm amazed anybody else goes in on those Razzes for how often he wins.
But do they know you're in them? They probably don't know you're in them.
Yeah.
Right, they know.
They show everybody that has the slots and how many slots you buy.
If I saw your name on a slot, I'd be like, no, I'll pass next time.
Yeah.
Oh, this all new Wolverine 1 in 25 Lopez variant. I only have one. I have one slot.
You beat me to
it. Goddamn Styx. That Terra book is that Terra 5. Was it Horrific 12?
To our buddies at SNS.
Nobody's biting on that one. That one I sent you the picture of.
Yeah.
Nobody's biting on that one. I don't think it's gonna fill.
It's nuts. I if I'm gonna gamble, I'm gonna gamble. I'll go to the casino and gamble. I'll go to the dice table, and that's what I'll do.
Yeah. So between this year and this last year, I probably won 58 books. Or for Raz.
That's crazy. That is insane.
Raw or slab?
Raw. Most 90, probably 98% slab. And the biggest one I won was Clone Wars #1.
Yeah, Clone Wars.
Yeah.
You won a Darth Vader 3 too, I think.
Oh yeah. What about that?
Horseshoe up your ass, man.
No, Clone Wars is still the best one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But I will fight you for that Spider-Man one.
I won first Kanan. I had a lot of Star Wars Razzes actually. Just think about it. Jeez.
You don't even like Star Wars.
Just in time for that part of the market to collapse.
You don't know Star Wars.
You don't even like Star Wars. Why buy Star Wars?
How much was that 150 the cow going for? I got mine for like 50, 60.
What was it going? 85, I think.
Interesting.
I mean, that thing was going to be hot out of the gate. Once you saw it was a DeCall, Elsa Bloodstone cover, and for those still listening, they're talking about the Werewolf by Night red band. Yeah, there it is.
I got to take it out. This poly
yeah, get it the hell out of that shit ass poly bag.
I want to take it out. So like, I sent the Blood Hunt red bands 2, 3, and 4 to be graded. Hopefully they come back 9/8. I did a pre-screen.
They're gonna drive that shit into the ground because the Wolverine book that's coming out, they're doing an EC homage cover on it. They're just gonna keep doing that shit until it.
I thought the Werewolf by Night was a one shot. It's not. It's an issue 2 I see on FOC.
That's the ongoing. Yeah, the Blood Hunt one that they had, I think, was the one shot.
Okay.
So, yeah. So, well.
Oh.
Again, thank you. Yeah, 80, 85.
And that's for 9/2. That's not even for name. Well, name. You know, I don't get it.
I'll wait till next year when the heat dies off of it. I will get it for under ratio, and I will be happy.
That's why you gotta press. You gotta get somebody to press your Marvel books as soon as you get them, because they crappy paper.
I press them into my short boxes, and then they stay there. That's about what I do. So, all right, everyone. Thanks for showing up tonight. We shall be back next week. Some craziness. I got kids starting school and stuff, so it's nuts.
Ooh.
So, yeah, I got 18 more days left of vacation.
Hey, I know.
School season is starting.
Yeah.
Crazy time.
Maybe less than that.
All right, everybody. Have a good night.
The qualified.